This is the Patriots Drive Podcast.
We are all Patriots.
Where we discuss, analyze, and answer questions to all things happening in the NFL and with our New England Patriots. Now, here's your host, Cole Kelly.
Let's go!
What is going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys can hear me. If you can't, well, that would suck. But I'm from a new setup today, trying to get this all figured out because of the draft. I got it up here, but we're excited as heck. Cole's going to be joining me in probably less than 10-15 minutes. He'll be on here, so it will be both of us for most of the night. And we're expecting a crazy draft, so I'm excited you guys are here, hang out with me and Cole, talk some draft. Hopefully the Patriots get to have a little bit more of an exciting first round. Well, I guess it was exciting last year, but not in the right exciting. So if you guys are ready, go ahead, drop your guys' predictions in the chat. We'll get going here. Their commissioner is walking up to the podium pretty soon, so we'll be able to get this underway. Carolina will be on the clock with the number one pick, and there's already been talks of movement up in the top 5. Arizona wanting to move down. It's going to be exciting. So, MA football guy, what's up? Happy draft day to you too. Super excited for this. Michael, you are a Patriot. Michael Turk, the punter out of Oklahoma, at pick 14. Pick 14, Michael Turk, a punter. I don't know. I have a feeling he takes Van Ness, and I will be sad. We'll talk about this more and more as the board falls, but Van Ness is a very great player, but I agree with you. Bill seems to find a lot better edge players towards the 4th or 5th rounds. I don't know if you necessarily need to take a guy like Lucas Van Ness. I'd rather address a position on defense like cornerback or something in the first round if that's what he wants to do. But we'll see. We all know Bill loves versatility, and he loves guys like Lucas Van Ness, so that would be interesting. So, MA football guys, Zay at 14. I think a lot of people are hoping that, especially after the pre-draft visit he had. That would be exciting. Luke, happy draft day to you too. Going to be super fun. Hopefully you guys are in here for a while, hang out, talk. At one point, we are going to post a link to join this live, maybe before the Patriots pick, after or something. You guys can come in, talk to us. So it's not just us for 3 hours sitting on here talking. You guys will be able to get on here and share your opinion. So make sure, if you guys can't stay the whole time, that's fine. Pop in and out. We'll have the link up there. We'll pin it in the comments so you guys can join, do stuff like that. So cornerback, offensive tackle, or wide receiver, that simple. I agree. I think there's going to be talent on the board at pick 14, even if you trade down to the lower teens, maybe 19 or something. You can get a great talent at any of those positions. So, Boston Headline, Patriots Drive is just getting back from work. He should be on in the next 15-20 minutes. So it'll be both of us for sure by the time the Patriots are picking, but probably in the next 15-20 minutes. So Bravis, who goes first, Witherspoon or Gonzalez? I think Witherspoon goes first. I would take Gonzalez first. If Gonzalez is there for New England at pick 8, I'm running that card up to the podium, and I am drafting Christian Gonzalez. I love Devin Witherspoon. I would draft him in a heartbeat too, but Christian Gonzalez to me is the clear-cut number 1 corner in this class. I have Gonzalez at 6 on my big board. Witherspoon's down at 9 for me, so they're both top 10 for me. But I would love it if New England were to somehow get Witherspoon or Gonzalez. But I think Witherspoon goes to Detroit at 7. And in the mock I just posted on my Instagram page, let me pull it up just so I'm not butchering it, but I'm pretty sure I had Witherspoon going 6 to Detroit, and then I have Gonzalez going a little bit later. But I would love Gonzalez in New England, so Gonzalez is my corner 1, yeah. So that's how I have my board falling. But what do you guys think of the interesting dilemma here with CJ Stroud? Some of those guys that are projected to go, Anthony Richardson. I don't know how I feel about this quarterback class outside of Bryce Young. I think that there's a lot of good players, better than last year, but there's still a lot of question marks, and we could see some craziness coming up here in the first couple picks right here. So I like Joey Porter Jr. Now, if you're telling me, I don't think that Joey Porter Jr. is necessarily a better cornerback than Deonte Banks, but New England has enough quick, fast guys at the outside position. I want length at the cornerback position that can lock down the T. Higgins, the Mike Evans. I think Jonathan Jones, Jack Jones, Marcus Jones can be guys that can guard the shorter, shiftier receiver. So I want to add length, and Joey Porter Jr. is the longest corner in this class with a 34-inch wingspan. To me, he would be the guy that I'd take over Deonte Banks, but I like both of them too. So Bravis was thinking Gonzalez too. There were rumors recently that Witherspoon is higher on some teams' boards. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard a lot of people. I think a lot of the pre-draft hype has gone to Witherspoon. A lot of people are high on Witherspoon and Gonzalez, but Witherspoon seems to have more hype. Boston headlines calling it right now. Bijan is a Patriot. That'd be something. I don't know how I feel about first-round quarterback or running backs, but Eileen Joey Porter Jr. Yep. Stroud is like negative 2,000 to be taken second over. The line just moved. I just read something. The line moved crazy. Let me actually pull it up. The line moved to a crazy number. Let's see here. There's a tweet right here. Some chicks up there making the. Oh, the other thing we ask you guys, don't, because I might be a little bit behind just because I'm streaming it. So try not to spoil the picks in the comments. If it happens, it happens. I get it, but try not to. Let's react together. Once we get the reaction, then we'll be able to, react to it together. So now the picture's not coming up that I was trying to pull up. So, but anyways, his line, CJ Stroud's line moved clearly. Let's see. They don't even have the number 2 pick up here. Huh. Oh, well, I know his line moved a ton. I don't know what it's at right now, but Bravis, Truth, Bryce Young's clear number 1. Thank you, Boston headline. Thank you. It's weird to see Michael, your name come up. It's weird to see that, but I'm excited. So. We got to watch Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes carry the Super Bowl trophy on the stage right now. It's not a Patriots fans thing they want to see. So. Ugh. Let's get this thing going. The worst part's the first, where it takes so slow. I want to see some crazy draft day trades. I think he is announcing the Chiefs pick. I don't know if it's in the first round. I know he's announcing a pick. If it's in the first round, that's legendary. That is awesome. I don't know if it is in the first round, but I know he is announcing one, and that's going to be freaking fun. So, did you see Will Compton's AFC quarterback rankings? I did not. What, he probably has Mac Jones like dead last or 15 or something, or yeah, 15 because there's 16 teams. I don't know. So here we go. Carolina officially on the clock right now. To me, it's got to be Bryce Young. He's the clear-cut number 1. I can't tell if Mac was like 14th. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Stupid, but watch it be Will Anderson. Will Anderson. That if Carolina gave up all that to trade up to this, then that would be a little crazy. So he had A-Rod 1, then Mahomes, then it got worse. I mean, what can I say? That's crazy. Pat Scout. Let's freaking go. I think last year it was Pat Scout that roasted me for my reaction too on the Cole Strange pick. So hopefully we get a little bit better pick this year, and I don't have a reaction like that. But I think this is how we all are. This is one of the most true statements I've seen right here. I can't tell you how much I love the draft and how long I've been fired up for this draft for. But anything can happen on draft day. Trade downs from New England, crazy picks like Cole Strange. It's crazy. At this point, we almost have to I don't want to say expect disappointment, but it shouldn't be a shock to us anymore because there's been so much disappointment over the last couple drafts that it's been really crazy. So, we're going to draft some D3 center that didn't even expect being drafted. Yeah. I'm not expecting much. Jungle, let me know down below what your ideal draft would be or first round pick for the Patriots right here. Joe Tittman, the Wisconsin center. Let's go. That would be incredible. Well, you know what? I think that they should take, honestly, if we want to complete last year's draft class, then New England needs to take the other UT Chattanooga offensive tackle. I got to think of, let me pull him up. Or I guess he's not an offensive tackle. McClendon Curtis. That's who we need to. That's who we need to take to complete last year's draft. Take UT Chattanooga's offensive tackle, pair him back up with Cole Strange. That's what we need. So my mindset is to not expect much. We see if that Cole Strange pick, bro. I gotta explain it. Tackle or guard. Hopefully not a guard again. But yeah, if you get a for sure left tackle, that's why I've kind of fallen off of Skoronski. Not that I don't like Skoronski, but I think Skoronski is going to be a really good guard in the NFL, like an elite guard in the NFL. And so to me, if you take Skoronski and eventually he bumps into the center or to the guard spot, you just took back-to-back guards in the first round. So you're going to go offensive tackle, Broderick Jones, trade down and get like DeJuan Jones, Anton Harrison. You can take Darnell Wright. He can play both sides, or you could take Paris Johnson. I just don't think he'll be there. So, yeah, Skoronk. This is where I think Skoronski goes at pick 9 to Chicago. I think that's a very good pick for them where he can get playing time right away. They need him to protect Justin Fields, and they need offensive line help bad, really bad. So, okay, Bryce Young did go number 1. That's no surprise there. Boston headline. I figured this out before because it takes forever to call. You have to call the front office has to call in to their people at the draft. They have to run the card up to the podium. Podium then has to take it back to the printing press, who then does the jersey. The jersey has to then get printed, made with the name on it. Then the card has to be written with pronunciation, college, everything given to the commissioner. Then the commissioner has to walk out. So the whole process, it's not just like, hey, we're taking Bryce Young, boom. There's like things behind it. Now, I still think it takes faster than the whole 10 minutes, but that's why it takes so long is because they got to print all this stuff. They got to do all that stuff. So, yeah. Kyler Murray said he wants Paris Johnson at 3. So, MA football guys, see you later. Hopefully you come back in at some point, talk summit. That I'll give him a call and tell him Boston headline. I got to remember to fill in all of these banners and stuff as the picks go. Quarterback Bryce Young. Houston is now on the. All right. It's just hard for me, Bravis, because yeah, you're good, Michael. I'll probably be back in a bit. Yeah, you're fine. I don't know, because if Indianapolis stays there right now, I'd bet a quarterback. I don't know though. Are they going to trade up? Someone might trade up right here at pick 2. People are also there's a ton of smoke around Houston saying, "Oh, we don't want a quarterback." Now people are saying they think that's smoke. So, gosh, I don't know. It's hard for me to say who's at 4 because the next pick 2, could depend on who's picking at pick 4 and who's not. And then in my opinion, that says Richardson. I don't know. I don't know about Richardson. Says MA football guy. Yeah, him or Levis. Yeah, I almost wonder if Indianapolis likes Levis more. I don't know. Honestly, I guess it's not between. I'm live, so you guys know. I have Levis over Richardson. I don't think Richardson started enough games in college. Only 13 games. He never completed over 60% of his passes in his in a season, which was only one season. He has all the physical traits. But you look at the guys that have had the physical traits, and it's Cam Newton, and yeah, Cam Newton had an MVP type of year. I also think, in my opinion, I don't want to put him. I don't want to say he's Dwayne Haskins, but Dwayne Haskins did not have that much starting. He didn't have that much time behind him. He only had that one really good year, and he didn't have enough experience. Kind of like Zach Wilson too. Zach Wilson started maybe like 16 games before he came to the NFL. So I would take Will Levis. I don't know if either of them are going to pan out, but if you're telling me you got to take a guy and betting on him, I'm betting off of Will Levis. So Red Patriot, welcome. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Richardson doesn't have raw talent, but raw talent doesn't all the time get you translate to wins and stuff. So I don't know. I'm still the S2 test for CJ Stroud kind of uh um is kind of concerning, but I'd still take CJ Stroud over both of those guys. If I was Houston and I was looking at a quarterback, I'd be taking CJ Stroud right here. This pick right here will be interesting to see if Houston goes quarterback. They kept saying they weren't going to. Who you guys going if you have pick 2 right here? This is interesting. They might. They're not including Hopkins. I don't know about that, but CJ, I agree. If they're going quarterback, CJ. If they're going defensive player, it doesn't. I feel like we would have heard a trade by now. It might be. They might still make a trade, but if they're going quarterback, CJ for sure, in my opinion. If they're going defensive player, then you probably go. I'd look more at Will Anderson. You think of what D'Amico Ryans had with Nick Bosa in San Francisco off the edge. You get a guy that can rush the passer, like he'll be an elite pass rusher in the NFL, and Will Anderson, then that's something. So, Will Anderson or trade back to get picks next year and get Williams or May. Yeah. Give Davis Mills another year. All right. I don't know if you guys saw it. I won't break it for you, but once you guys see pick 2, it's in. The pick is in for Houston. All right, they go CJ Stroud. The smoke was real. They said they weren't going to do it, but they went CJ Stroud. Okay, now this makes it interesting because Nick Caserio on screen telling people to get out of here. This is interesting, right? Because now people said that there wasn't going to be a quarterback taken off at 2. So now the top 2 quarterbacks are off the board. Does any of the Indianapolis feel like they have now? Arizona probably, well, they're not going to take a quarterback. Does one of these guys, teams feel like they need to trade up to 3 to now get the Levis or Anthony Richardson or Hendon Hooker for that matter? But yeah, this is Bravis. I mocked this. I didn't mock this exact order, but in the latest mock that I did, the whole first round, I had CJ Stroud going 4 to Houston. Now I had Indianapolis trading up at 2, getting Levis. That could still happen if they sit at 4 and get Levis. And then I had them taking Jackson Smith and Jigba at 12. If they took Stroud, it makes too much sense to take Jackson Smith and Jigba. Pair them up just like he did Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, all those guys. JSN at 12 is looking like it's going to be pretty easy. So that's a little scary. So it's a lot. I feel like if you trade back and if you trade back to 19 or something, it closes the gap a little bit. You can still get your talent there, and then you get an extra third. So I don't know. A trade doesn't surprise. It won't surprise me in this spot. All right. So Cardinals on the clock. It's to me, this is interesting. The Cardinals, because I know that Kyler Murray came out and said, "Oh, I want him to take Paris Johnson Jr." Is that what they do? Because the best player on the board right here is Will Anderson. J.J. Watt just retired. You don't have that elite pass rusher there. Do you take the best player available, or do you take the guy that makes your quarterback happy? It's interesting. So if I was Arizona, it's hard to ignore Kyler Murray if you think, well, you did just pay him the money, but I still have to go defense. Even if you go Jalen Carter, because he's still an elite talent there. Maybe Tyree Wilson. I wouldn't take Tyree Wilson over Will Anderson, but if you take one of those guys, at least they're improving their defense. So for me, I don't know. Arizona improves their defense by taking one of those guys. That's a better, but we'll see what they do here. Let's get some trades. Everyone always talks about, oh, we're going to have all these trades. Come on. Let's see these trades. Do you think Carter slips out of the top 10 because of his pro night? No. I think if he gets to 10, Philly takes him. Jalen Carter to 5 at Seattle is interesting. I know they like Tyree Wilson too. So do they want to take that edge rusher in Tyree Wilson? If Will Anderson's somehow still there, because we expect pick 4 to be a quarterback from Indianapolis. So if Arizona does go tackle here, or if they go Jalen Carter, who do they take? Do they take Will Anderson or one of those guys? So that'll be interesting to see who they take there, depending on, or that would be interesting to see who Seattle values what position. I don't know about this. I mean, I would get the argument, but this would be the shock of the draft. If Arizona goes QB, this is the shock of the draft. Yeah, too much. Yeah. I mean, MA football guy. I'm not like dissing on you. I promise I'm not. For me, I don't know if Kyler's the guy. He's been hurt like Lamar Jackson. He hasn't had those strong second half of the seasons. I would get the argument. New head coach. It's a new regime. It's not Cliff Kingsbury anymore. I would get it. Do I still think it makes sense for him? No. It doesn't make sense to do that. Kyler Murray's still a great talent when he's healthy. So you work on keeping him healthy by taking a Paris Johnson or improving the defense. That puts Arizona in a better situation, in my opinion. They just have so much money tied up into them. I don't know if that's how they improve their team. All right. Yeah, they do. Unless they're going to move Kyler, and I don't know what teams would be interested in Kyler Murray and who would give up what. I don't know if you'd get a first out of him. I don't know. A trade. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Houston is coming back up to pick 3 right here. Wow. Holy crap. So Arizona wanted to move down for the longest time. Houston's coming back up. Let me try to see if I can get the details on this trade. Houston is coming back up. So they are going to get the pick of the litter. Okay, Shams needs to stick to the NBA. Shams just tweeted Arizona Cardinals are selecting Alabama wide receiver linebacker Will Anderson. Stick to basketball because it just got traded. Wow. Nick Casario, Willard and Dylan for Houston. Wow. Holy crap, Houston. That is a big move. I wonder what they had to give up for him. They're going to double dip on Bama players. If they've got it, right? They got to double dip. That Mike, I agree with you. Yeah, this makes it interesting. Maybe JSN is still there. Maybe if all the quarterbacks are gone, Tennessee takes him. Skoronski, if you saw this, that's crazy. Wow. They're just talking about exactly what I just talked about. D'Amico Ryans in San Francisco had an elite edge rusher like Will Anderson. They had Nick Bosa and stuff. So to trade up, wow. Go crazy, Houston. Yeah, Nick Caserio. That is a crazy trade. They had to have given up 12, probably a second this year. Yeah, it's Will Anderson. So I bet they gave up pick 12, pick 33, maybe pick 65, and then a future first. I don't know. I'm interested to see what they got, but that is okay. Cardinals get 12, pick 33. So they get their first round pick this year, obviously, and then their second round pick this year. They also get a first round pick in 2024 and a third round pick in 2023. So they got, wow. Wow. There you go. That is crazy. That's, I thought people would be coming up for a quarterback, but pick 12 was originally from, yeah, that would have been the Cleveland pick. So yes. Yes. Pick 2 wasn't. Pick 2 is Houston's original one, but pick 12 is. They might still have a first next year from Cleveland. I'm sure they do. And watch this trade down again. Yeah, probably. All right, so the Colts. Who is it? Is it Will Levis or Richardson? Who is it? Who do they take here? Wow, imagine being a Texans fan. Like, that's an exciting draft right there. You get your quarterback of the future, and now you're like, oh, wow, cool. We get to wait till 12, get some more talent. Wait, psych. Couldn't be New England, right? Couldn't be us. Jeez. Levis to Indy. That's what. Let's change this. So this is Houston. Pick 12 is now Arizona. There we go. Updated. Oh, just turn my comments off. Is Matt Ryan still with Indy? I don't. They might have released him. Yeah, he's a free agent. He has not been signed. Gosh, they moved up 9 picks. Only gave up 2 firsts and a second, and then a future third. But more news. Schefter thinks Anthony Richardson's the guy. Wow. Colts pick is in. It is a quarterback. It is a quarterback. Anthony Richardson is the pick. Anthony Richardson is the pick for Arizona. Guys, the more quarterbacks that get picked in the top 10 or before the Patriots pick, the better. Because it's just less position players. We know New England's not in the market for a quarterback. So the more, the better. So now Seattle, this is interesting. Tyree Wilson or Jalen Carter? It'll be interesting. Yes, MA football guy. It happened. Yeah. We know Tennessee's interested in a quarterback. If Levis falls to like 7 with Vegas, does McDaniels want to develop him under Garoppolo? Ah, 13 games. Only starting 13 games for Richardson is crazy. That's I would have taken Levis over Richardson. Ten picks. 10 picks. Oh, holy crap. No way. He lives. Cole lives.
What's up, guys?
Have you been tied in yet? Do you know what happened?
I saw the Texans traded up to 3, took Will Anderson. So they got back-to-back picks. Yeah. MA football guy, how's it going? How's everybody doing? Yeah, I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be a interesting combo if they got CJ Stroud and then took Smith and Jigba later with their 11th pick or
Yeah.
12th or whatever they had. I thought that would have been good for them, but definitely been exciting already. Couple surprises so far.
Well, it's already. I was just talking. It's already better for Patriots fans because seeing
Quarterbacks.
quarterbacks go off in the first round, unlike last year, is way better for the Patriots because we don't need a quarterback and we know we're not taking one. So seeing 3 quarterbacks go off in the first 4 picks and possibly another one coming off here in the next 3 or 4 is great, and it's just stacking the board for New England. So
absolutely. Apparently, are the Seahawks on the clock?
Seattle's on the clock. Yep.
Okay. Ian Rappaport tweeted that the phone's ringing there. So
see, now with all these quarterbacks, you feel like Tennessee maybe feels like they have to come up and trade to get Will Levis or one of those guys that they want. Yeah.
Thanks, Michael. Do we have a layout that we want to try or anything, or just run it like this?
Yeah, just run it like this because I tried it like this, and then look, I'll show you. So I was trying to make it small on this side, but see, it doesn't. You can't just choose a portion of the screen. You have to do the whole thing. So you see how it's small right here. If you could just choose a portion, I would have just chose that part, but it's the whole screen. So it has to be that.
Can you do it as a tab and make it thin? Because you can share a tab, right? And then can you just shrink the tab on your screen so that it's smaller?
Let's see. Oh. I don't know if it's going to make it long enough, though. Oh, maybe it is. Cole, you might be a genius.
Hey, I hear that a lot. I'm trying to sign into the Twitter machine over here, but
that's as big as it's going to let me go.
Can we make ourselves smaller and make that bigger or no?
Let's see. I'll edit it right now.
I was thinking you put like the 2 of us stacked and then that on the side, like decently large. If we fit, I don't know. Richardson and Jonathan Taylor. That's going to be an explosive backfield for sure.
How does this one look?
That's what I'm thinking. Yep. That's perfect. Just so everybody can keep up with everything. Yeah.
There we go.
I like
that. Let's get this shiz out of here. Oh, dude. Cole. See, this is why you need to be this is why I couldn't do it without you, bro. Gosh.
Seattle's still on the clock.
Yeah, if it takes this long, I wonder if a trade's coming.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
This is bugging me. It's not. Our screens aren't the same size.
MA football guy with the support. Always.
I think that PFF is a little bit ahead of
Seahawks are making the pick.
Oh, they are.
Yep.
It should update. PFF has usually been on spot, like timing wise. So maybe for the Patriots pick, we'll have to scroll up so we don't see it. That's funny.
Bill trade up. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. That would be awesome. That's my dream scenario.
That's funny.
My dream scenario is Gonzalez falling and Bill trading up a few picks and grabbing them. That would be nice. Final prediction for the Pats pick.
Ooh, maybe we should throw up a poll.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know how to do that yet. I still haven't.
Yeah, I'll throw
it out. For me, I'm going. Okay, well, I think it depends on what the board. Oh, Witherspoon to Seattle.
What? No.
Okay, see, I like Gonzalez better. So that doesn't bug me. But now
I'm just mad that a corner went so soon.
Yes, because you got a cornerback needy team in Detroit, and there's possibly one that's going to take one in Vegas or in Atlanta. So Gonzalez is probably going to be off the board in the next 2 picks. That's why I don't like the Witherspoon pick right there. But if Gonzalez was there, that would be my pick. Final predictions, maybe just to be fun, Zay Flowers. I don't know.
This is what I think is going to happen because it's not what I want to happen. I'm going to say we trade back and draft an edge rusher.
Ah, jeez.
Because that's the last thing I want for us to do. And I would be happy if we get one of the top 3 corners, if we get one of the top 3 tackles, or if we get one of the top couple receivers, as in JSN or Zay Flowers. I know Zay's a better fit, less redundant, but if we trade back for Zay in the first and we get him at like 19 or 20, and then we trade up in the back end of the first and grab one of the tackles, or even trade up in the second and grab Darnell Washington or Jahmyr Gibbs, like something like that, that would be an ideal scenario for me as well. Random D2 player needs to be on the poll. Yeah. So I'm going to put position. I'm just going to put the position on the poll, and you guys can vote on that. Let me see.
Jalen Carter. Yeah, this is an interesting spot for Jalen Carter.
He just got picked. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm just saying, like, this it would be an interesting. I predicted him on the PFF thing that's on the screen.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Detroit maybe thought he'd be here. I thought that he was a legit option to go top 3, or to Seattle there. So, yeah, I don't know why a corner. Like, I love Witherspoon, but they got Tyreek Woolen last year, and I don't know. That's interesting. They're just trying to bring back the Legion of Boom, I guess.
All right, so I just threw up a poll if you guys want to vote on it. And I left off tight end. I guess that could be.
This is true, Mike. That is a scary secondary.
Yeah, that is.
Because you're going to have length of Witherspoon length of Woolen, and Witherspoon has length. He's not the longest corner in the draft, but physicality, that's scary. That's a damn good secondary right there.
Yeah, it is.
That is a damn good secondary right there. He only measured at 5'11". People thought he'd be 6 foot plus. He only came in at 5'11", 181. And no one really got
5'11" and a half. Give him that half inch.
Okay. So. All
right. If they go tight end, I'll pass away. I would love tight end. I would love Darnell Washington in round 2, but round 1, I don't know about that. I hate how long these picks take. Lions going Jalen. What if the Lions go Jalen or Levis?
Okay, John Doe. If Tyree Wilson is there at 14 and New England takes him, that's the one edge rusher I would not complain about. Now, Nolan Smith's a freak. Lucas Van Ness is Lucas Van Ness. I feel like Bill finds better value for edge rushers later in the draft, but if Tyree Wilson falls to 14, sign me up for him. That would be the one guy that I would be fine with New England drafting off the edge in the first round.
For me, that would still depend who's on the board. If you got, if you got like Christian Gonzalez or something, I don't care who else is on the board. I'm taking him.
Yes. Yeah. And I've been adamant about that. If Witherspoon's coming off this early and you got teams right here that are trying to take corners, it makes it very unlikely to me that they're going to go with one. So You got your graphics already?
For who like picks?
Yeah.
No, I have the graphic ready. I gotta edit the picture when we draft whoever. One year I did like 15 different ones and we still didn't pick the guys.
So I did send myself a bunch of different ones, but
Cardinals are trading with the Lions.
Who? Oh, the Cardinals moved back up.
Cardinals trading up to number 6.
This might be Paris Johnson. Because Kyler Murray wanted him. It didn't make sense for them to take him at 3. They get a couple extra picks, and now they can take him here.
Gabe in the building.
Gabe, I already said this before you got on. The full or to complete it from next year, or to complete the draft from last year with Cole Strange, you got to take his buddy McClendon Curtis. Got to take him. Got to take the Chattanooga guys. So Andrew Callahan just tweeted this. Put this into perspective, guys. The Patriots are up in, well, I guess now it's 8 picks. One of the following will be available. Bijan, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Skoronski, Paris Johnson, Broderick Jones, Joey Porter Jr., Deontay Banks. You could throw Zay Flowers in there. There's going to be plenty of talent on the board for New England with all these quarterbacks going off. Maybe another quarterback gets taken. We know Tennessee wants one. Does Vegas take a chance at Levis? There's still a couple guys in Hooker and Levis that have had hype around them going before the Patriots pick. Just a matter on if they do. I like this trade for Arizona.
Yeah.
Though, getting back
That's
up
what I was
in
gonna
there.
say. All the talent, so they're going to trade back because they'll see it as they still get it.
That's true. Mark, I'm with you. I like Bijan, but Bill Belichick hits on running backs just like edge defenders late in the draft.
Yeah, Paris Johnson. Paris Johnson.
Yep.
There's one tackle and corner off the board.
That doesn't surprise me. I never thought Paris Johnson was realistic. I never thought Christian Gonzalez was realistic. So those don't surprise me. All
right. What are some of the needs for the upcoming picks? Raiders, who do you see them maybe taking?
So I think Raiders still need a corner. So Detroit still needs a corner. So now pick 12 for Detroit. But Raiders, I'm interested to see if they go quarterback here because Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be the quarterback for the next year or two. And Hendon Hooker's coming off an ACL injury, and Will Levis is raw. So you let Josh McDaniels mold those guys and sit under Garoppolo for a year, maybe 2, and then they're the future quarterback. That wouldn't surprise me. I also think they could take Jalen Carter right here. They could take Tyree Wilson. I think that those would make sense for them. There's still a ton of good defensive players on the board that a lot of people thought would be taken by now. Atlanta is also a team that could take a quarterback. They just took Ritter, but I don't know what they're going to do. They also need receivers, pass catchers. If they think Ritter is the guy, maybe the first receiver comes off the board here, whether it's Njigba. They did take Kyle Pitts 2 years ago and then Drake London last year. A tackle for me, Skoronski makes the most sense for Chicago at 9. If Jalen Carter is still there at 10, I think he goes to Philly at 10. If not, Bijan makes a lot of sense at 10 for Philadelphia. So that's kind of how I see these next 4 picks panning out is something like that. Now, there could be trades up. Tennessee could get up there, but I don't know if Tennessee feels like they need to trade up because really, other than Vegas, I don't know if a quarterback is really in play for some of these other teams. Yeah, Gabe, I'm fully ready for Gonzalez to go off the board right here. Okay, so Arizona gave up 12th and pick 34, but they gained pick 30. Wait, sorry. Let me pull this up. They still have pick 33. Yep, so Arizona had pick 33 and 34 before this. They trade pick 34, which was their original second, and pick 12 to move back up to 6. Not a bad price. They still have that second-round pick from trading down. So that's a good deal for them. And then they take Paris Johnson, who they probably would have considered taking at pick 3 because Kyler Murray wanted him so bad. So makes sense for them.
Still a lot of good options, but
yep. Oh, geez, I left this on the second round, so he goes. I'm going to say Will Levis. I'm going to say Will Levis for Vegas. I don't know. I'm just feeling it. Gabe, we appreciate you being here.
Exactly. And the C's are up too after that choke job of a game the other night.
Oh, I forgot the Golden Knights play tonight. NHL hockey, man.
Did you see the Bruins game yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Oh my goodness, it was awful.
Did you see the Bucks game yesterday?
Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler. Wow.
He's absurd. Why can I not sign in Twitter on here? What is going on?
Paris Johnson is also a prototypical offensive tackle in the NFL. Long, lengthy, good feet. Needs a little bit more experience at left tackle because he started at right tackle and then moved over. But he's probably the most polished offensive tackle in the draft. Skoronski's the most polished offensive lineman, in my opinion. But I already said this. I think he's going to move to guard and be an elite level NFL guard. And then Broderick Jones probably has the most high upside. And Darnell Wright's just a mauler. That dude's a freaking physical freak. So Paris Johnson coming off the board right here. It's a very safe pick for Arizona to protect Kyler Murray. Yeah.
Nothing yet. We're getting there, though.
Jalen Carter to Raiders is what Boston Headline predicts. Or maybe he knows something we don't know.
Is Boston Headline Josh McDaniels? Is that what you're saying?
No, Boston Headline is Michael is Boston Headline on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying? Oh, okay, I get it. I didn't know if you knew he was Boston Headline.
I figured by the big BH on there and the logo.
You called him Michael, which I always see Michael, but it doesn't feel right to talk about. It doesn't feel right to call him Michael. I know it's Boston Headline, so whenever I see that, I'm like, what the crap? So, Las Vegas Patriots. Exactly. So the coach that I'm a graduate assistant under, his brother is the defensive line coach at Texas Tech, and he wants him to take Tyree Wilson really bad because Tyree Wilson is obviously his brother coaches him, and he's a Raiders fan. So that would be interesting here.
Still nothing. I'm so antsy whenever the draft is going. Stetson Bennett.
Did you hear the NFL reporter? She was a chick. She was talking about Jalen Carter. And she said that he has a big dick, but she slipped. She didn't mean to say that. But listen, here, I'm going to play it right here. Don't block us, YouTube.
We're hearing is Jalen Carter, the D tackle from Georgia, just won a national championship with the Bulldogs. Big guy, 6'3", 300.
Talk about reporting right there, man. Talk about reporting. She really got the details.
Wow. All right, Raiders is taking way too long, dude. Hurry it up. Nobody cares.
3.5 minutes, though. That's what's crazy. Just leak the pick, someone. She got that inside scoop. Yes, she does, Gabe. She really knows. She literally got the inside scoop. Yeah, Jungle. Yep. Paris Johnson's down with the Cardinals fans right now, cheering in the pit.
They make the pick yet or what?
Nope.
All right. So out of guys who are realistically going to be on the board at 14, based off what we're seeing right now, how would you kind of rank who you're hoping for if they stick and pick?
I think the pick is officially in. I think Broderick Jones will be the best tackle available because I think Skoronski's going to go. Oh, they did go Tyree Wilson.
Holy crap, that was fast. It's not even on Twitter yet.
PFF, they know.
Tyree Wilson Raiders, yeah.
I think one of the receivers will be gone by then, and if I had to guess, it's going to be Smith and Njigba.
Mhm.
So if New England wants to take Zay Flowers, you can take him there, but I still think you could maybe trade down for him. I'm interested to see where Gonzalez goes. I still think he's a realistic option for Detroit at 12, which sucks because I'd rather have my heart broken at pick 7 or at pick 6 than at pick 12 when it's so close and we think that we're going to get him. I'm still all in on Joey Porter Jr. at pick 14 just because of his length.
Mm-hmm.
Those would be the 3, I'd say. But again, we'll see how the board falls. Guys could still be there that we don't think is going to be there.
Yeah, Broderick Jones, Joey Porter Jr. Those are my top 2. And then if they really like Zay, I'm okay with Zay at 14. I think you can trade back and still get him.
Yep.
Which I would be good with because if we trade back, get Zay, like I said, then you can trade up.
In the second, like Bill usually does.
Yep. In the second, or even back into the late first and grab a guy like DeJuan Jones to play right tackle. So I think that's a great pairing. Yes, like early second round guys or late first, DeJuan Jones, Emmanuel Forbes.
I would love Emmanuel Forbes if we traded back up into the second or into the first.
Yeah,
I would love Emmanuel Forbes. He's a ball hawk. He's got that length that
JC-esque.
Yeah.
Wow. Lions have the 12th pick, the 18th pick, the 34th, 48th, and 55th. They have 3 picks in the next 2 rounds.
Holy crap.
That's a lot. They got some firepower to work with. I'm surprised D-Hop isn't gone yet.
Who? Oh, you mean in Arizona? His price hasn't been traded?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was reported that he was going to be traded today.
Yeah. Maybe that's what New England does.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can see my coach's brother on here. Yeah, this guy's a dog, bro. He's so long.
Wow. Looks like Jason's got some inside info, too.
He didn't even dap him up. So I like Emmanuel Forbes. The reason he's probably down lower in the first or second is because he's only 166 pounds. That's what he weighed in at. He needs to get a little more muscle mass on him. That was the same knock with Jack Jones, though. Jack Jones was light coming out. So I'm not worried about that. He's a ball hawk. Like he forced 9 incompletions last year. Where's his? He had 6 interceptions in his total career. He ended up having 12 interceptions. Played a ton of man coverage. I would like Emmanuel Forbes in the second round if you don't get that. First round cornerback. So
Falcons. Who do you think they go here?
Yeah. Interesting. Let me pull it up. I got to look.
Wide receiver, QB, edge.
I really don't think they go QB.
No.
I don't think they go
next QB when you think goes off the board.
Tennessee. I think Tennessee is legitimately in option to take Hooker or Will Levis. I think Tennessee might be one.
Porter 100% on the board at 14. I think Porter hopefully should be on the board, but I agree with you. I think Gonzalez is going to go probably either 9 to Chicago or 12 to the Lions, probably.
Yeah.
But if he if he gets past the Eagles at 10, if the 11th pick is available from Tennessee,
Trade up for him.
I don't know how you don't try to go trade up and get
Yes.
Christian Gonzalez. That dude is a dog.
I don't know where Atlanta goes here. I really don't. I thought this would have been a spot for Tyree Wilson. I don't think this is a quarterback for him. It could be. After they took pass catchers the last 2 years in the first round and Kyle Pitts and Drake London, I don't know if this is another spot for a receiver. If they want to reach for like Lucas Van Ness or Nolan Smith, they can still get an edge rusher. It wouldn't make it wouldn't be a dumb pick, but yeah, Jungle freaking Tyree Wilson just picked him up like it was nothing. That's so funny. Bijan! Holy crap! They took Bijan! Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa! Wow! I mean, wow!
Bijan is a stud.
Oh, he's for sure a stud, but the Falcons still have, they have Tyler Algier, who was a great rookie last year, Cordell Patterson, who I guess never mind.
Bijan, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. That's
their last three. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm not dogging on Bijan Robinson, but that's crazy. Okay. I had a feeling it was going to be a little bit of a surprise here just because I didn't know where it was going to go.
Yeah, I figured they might look to trade back, but
Patterson and Bijan, you imagine the two running back sets they can do with Cordell Patterson and Bijan Robinson? It's going to be they're going to have some creativity. And Ritter can move. Like Ritter's not a immobile quarterback. He can move. So they're going to have some creativity in that offense. Plus Kyle Pitts is a freak. Drake London had a good second half.
Wow.
That's good.
I was not expecting that.
Neither was I. Okay, I'm staying on this. I think this is Skoronski. Christian Gonzalez would make sense here just because I didn't think Chicago thought he'd be on the board. So the Gonzalez coming off here wouldn't surprise me, but I still think Skoronski makes the most sense.
Yeah, this protect Fields. I mean, wow.
There was a lot of people want him to take Smith and Jigba too. They got DJ Moore. They traded for Chase Claypool last year. But a lot of people want them to get Smith and Jigba for him, so for Fields. So I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't bet on that one, but I could see it. I know people have wanted them to do that. So
wow. All right. Yeah, I guess they're giving Desmond Ritter a chance.
Yeah. I'm going to go grab a water.
Okay. Wow. Definitely been some surprises early on in this draft. You don't always see that. You don't always see as many and as many trades, and especially early on with the Texans trading back up to take 2 picks in a row. Same with the Cardinals traded back up, and then a couple of surprise picks here early on. Yeah, for real. Bill should take notes on giving a quarterback a chance. Yeah, surround him with weapons. Try that, Bill.
So good. Oh, I was going to grab my iPad.
Eagles traded up.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I mean, I'm seeing that right now. What the? Who are they?
JSN?
Oh, it's Jalen. No, Jalen Carter. 100% Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
I'll bet my life on this.
Whoa. Easy there.
Sorry. I won't bet my life on it. I'm
That's a
very
lot.
confident. I'm very confident this is Jalen Carter.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I'm very confident this is Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter.
That's who it is?
Yep.
That makes sense. They were super high. They said that he would not make it past 10. Dude, him and Jordan Davis, your draft crush from last year.
That is scary.
Yep, that makes sense. See, and Chicago can still take Skoronski right here.
I just don't understand why. So they must have just traded up so that somebody else wasn't trading up. Oh,
No, what's up?
I said that they must have just traded up so that somebody else didn't trade up ahead of them to get Carter.
Either that, or I think they maybe felt Chicago was going to take him, because there was serious talks because Chicago wasn't going to take a quarterback at 1, that they would take Jalen Carter. So they must have just felt that Chicago was going to take them at pick, or take Jalen Carter at pick 9. So they felt like they had to trade with them.
Oh my God. Jeff Howe just tweeted, if QB Will Levis is still there at 14, the Patriots are not expected to take him. Oh,
wait, say that again.
Jeff Howe just tweeted, if quarterback Will Levis is still there at 14, the Patriots are not expected to take him.
Gosh dang it, dude. Seriously? I'm so butthurt.
I thought. Oh boy. Wow. Dude, go trade up for Christian Gonzalez. Come on.
Yes, go get him. Go get him.
I mean, there's so much talent still available. Christian Gonzalez, Peter Skoronski, Broderick Jones, JSN, Darnell Wright, Joey Porter, Deontay Banks, Zay Flowers. But go get Christian Gonzalez. Celtics are down. Oh my God. I don't know what happened to the Celtics. I'm getting nervous now.
Mel Kiper doesn't like the pick.
Doesn't like Jalen Carter?
No, he doesn't like Bijan, because I'm behind a little on here.
Oh, okay.
He's talking about them going and taking Gonzalez. He said that he's right there.
Yeah. Dude, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis is going to be unreal. That's crazy. That defense is going to be scary.
I'm trying to take a picture of my setup, but I don't want to be in it. Oh, there we go. That's pretty good. Nice. Nice, Cole.
I'm just sitting here refreshing, just waiting. You still think they go Skaronski?
I do. I'm going to have to fire up my computer here in a minute. I just know I am.
Why?
Just to a trade post or something, or
Oh, yeah.
because I just know I'm gonna have to, or my laptop to edit.
This is like the longest. These picks are the longest 10 minutes of my life.
Yes. Bravis, have you hit on a pick yet? Oh, Darnell Wright. Wow. That's interesting.
Okay.
So it was a tackle, but it's not.
No, Skaronski.
Interesting.
They must be worried about his arm length, the guard aspect.
And I thought that made sense for him because they just need offensive linemen. So I thought it made sense, let's just take best available guy. If he's a guard, he's a guard. But yeah, this is a Darnell Wright's I freaking fell in love with Darnell Wright through the draft process just because he's a mauler. He is a big physical dude. Played both sides. He's super adamant that he's going to play left tackle, but he can play both. Played 892 snaps at right tackle and 922 at left tackle and stuff. So, yeah, big, powerful dude. 6'5", 333. All right. Sadly, dang, Bravis. You'll hit on one. Bet on the Titans taking Hendon Hooker here.
At the very least, Bill should be calling right now. Pick 11. You got to trade up a couple spots to get the. I don't know. Best case scenario, Tennessee goes quarterback.
Yes.
Lions go.
Even if Tennessee goes receiver, I always thought there would be one receiver off the board.
Well, between the Lions and Packers, if one of them takes a receiver and then hopefully the other one doesn't take Christian Gonzalez. If we have our pick of Christian Gonzalez, and the tackles, Broderick Jones, and
dude, I'm just saying, picks 12 and 13 could mess with Patriots fans because it could easily be Gonzalez, Smith, and Njigba, and then New England.
Yep. So that's why you trade up now, get your guy. Don't have to worry about it.
Jump those teams, yeah. Come on, it ain't gonna happen.
Oh my goodness, yeah. My stream is way behind. Bijan is just walking up.
Jalen Carter's just walking out for me.
Skaronski, Broderick Jones, Christian Gonzalez, Joey Porter, Manuel Forbes, Deontay Banks, JSN, Zay Flowers, Miles Murphy, Lucas Van Ness. Uh, 14 and 76 to go up and grab Gonzalez. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. I mean, I don't know. I get the Patriots process of if there's a ton of talent, trade down, you'll still get one of your guys you like, whatever. But I think eventually if you got a guy there that you like, just grab
take
him.
him.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. Don't play
Don't
the game
too many
where,
games.
we have so many options. Let's just take the one that's available at pick 19. No, you have so many options. Take the one that you love, the one that you want. Don't play the game as, we'll take any of these 5 guys. Take the one that you want. I totally agree with you.
Yeah. I don't like letting other people decide who you pick, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Grab your guy, go get him.
Yeah.
That's what frustrates me about Belichick's draft philosophy is we're not aggressive like some of these other teams. And does that bite these teams in the ass sometimes? Yes. But other times, is it a home run? Absolutely. Like CJ Stroud and Will Anderson, I think they're going to be pretty happy with what they did there. I know they gave up a haul, but that's 2 very talented players. I don't think we trade up for Flowers if we get cornerback.
If New England trades down, if he falls, if New England trades down, then I see them trading back up. But if they take someone at 14, no matter what position, I don't think they move. They won't have the capital to move up except for losing another top 100 pick or something. It would be interesting because they do have 3 fourth-round picks, so they would be able to move even if it takes your second and a fourth to move up in the early second. They still could do that, but I still think it makes the most sense to move up if you have if you trade down and get an extra pick. So it's going to be a trade down. Yeah. I mean, wouldn't surprise me.
Ah. What do you think Titans do here? You think they take QB? It's either quarterback or tackle.
It's tackle.
I guess they could go wide receiver. I feel like wide receiver and tackle are more likely than a quarterback, just because.
Other than Treylon Burks, they don't have many pass catchers for whoever their quarterback's going to be.
No, and other than that, they just lost Taylor Lewan. They cut him or whatever to save cap space. They need a tackle badly, especially with how they want to run the football. I think tackle makes a lot of sense, just to protect Tannehill, and if you want to give your young guy a chance, then that would be something they should think about as well. Is there like a countdown of how much time's left?
Yeah, but it says the Bears' pick on mine, so I can't see the countdown right now.
Bravis says pick is in.
Tennessee does need a receiver. Makes too much sense with quarterbacks still on the board, especially if you can pick up a second, get into the 20s, and pick up Banks and use the extra pick to get Darnell Washington in the second. I don't know. I like Banks. I still want a corner with length. Not that Banks doesn't have length, but Joey Porter Jr. has elite length. Christian Gonzalez has better length, and he's still probably, in my opinion, the best corner I have.
Peter Skoronski.
Okay, that's yeah, let's go. Okay, I'm getting my hopes up for nothing, bro. What the hell? Oh, because this is going to be Gonzalez right here. Watch. Okay, so I have, let's see, let me look at my corner rankings. Gonzalez, Witherspoon, Porter, Banks. But if you go to my top 50, all of them are within the top 20. So Banks is my 20th ranked guy. I have Joey Porter Jr. all the way up at 14. I like Joey Porter. I'm a little biased off of that ranking because I want New England, if they're going to take a corner, I want them to take a guy with length. That's why I have Joey Porter so high on my board, is because there was only 10 offensive linemen that had a longer wingspan than him at the combine. 10 offensive linemen in the whole draft that had a longer wingspan. That's crazy. Like, He has an elite length, and that's going to make up for his. He ran a 4.47, which is good enough. When you're a guy like that, that's good enough. So, this pick right here scares the crap out of me because I thought Detroit would take him at 7 or 6, wherever they were.
You think the Packers would pair up old teammates, Zay Flowers and AJ Dillon?
No, if Detroit doesn't go receiver here, I don't see.
Well, I'm saying
if
Detroit takes JSN right here, where do you think Packers go? Where do the Packers go?
I still think that if Detroit takes a receiver here, JSN, then Green Bay goes like Kincaid. I would see them taking Kincaid. They could also take an edge rusher. I know that they've said like Lucas Van Ness or guys like that are on their radar. I could see them taking oh shoot, I scrolled past the pick or the Lions. Yeah, no, Sonny, we said this before. These next 2 picks could break Patriots fans' heart because to me, the most likely scenario is Gonzalez to Detroit, JSN to Green Bay. And they're still great talent for New England, but those are my top 2 guys right now.
Those are mine as well, but that's worst case scenario right now. And we would still be able to get Joey Porter or Broderick Jones, and I would be thrilled. What's going to really piss me off is if they don't take Gonzalez and he drops to us and we take Lucas Van Ness or whatever. Like, that's going to be what puts me over the edge, and I'm going to rage just as much as I did at the Cole Strange pick. I am going to be so heated, and that's such a Patriots thing to do.
Oh, no. You just got me all nervous again, bro.
I know that, but you're only nervous because you know that's something they would do.
Yeah, exactly. I know I'm nervous because that's the dumb stuff they do all the time. I might smash my TV.
If the podcast suddenly ends very quickly,
it's because
just go to bed. Don't look at the Patriots pick.
No, I will not be posting. I will not be posting a freaking graphic for it. Let's fire my computer up.
Yeah. Michael says our Boston headline says I'm never posting again if you pick up Van Ness.
Any chance at JSN? There's a chance. I think that the most likely he could go to Detroit here. I think that either of these teams in front of us have a chance to take him right here.
I'd be shocked if he fell to us.
If he's
one
there.
Of these two doesn't, yeah. I don't see how one of these 2 next picks isn't JSN.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me either in that way because a lot of people said that they don't think that there's that JSN or they don't think any receiver's worth like a top 15 pick. They were kind of bagging on the class, but you got 2 wide receiver needy teams here that could very well take a chance on him because he was so good in 2021. 2021.
Cardinals GM just said, I don't, on DeAndre Hopkins being traded, he said, I don't foresee that happening.
Okay.
Zach Cox says, I could also see the Patriots trading down if a team lower in round 1 wants to move up for Will Levis.
Yeah. Kansas City has been said to want to move up for a playmaker. And I know I saw that you voted no on that trade. And now that I see the board, I don't want them to trade to pick 31. But
that's too far back.
Trading to pick 31 and getting a second and a third and a future third is so much talent. But with the way the board's falling right now, I don't want them to trade back that far. The farthest I'd want them to trade back would maybe be to like 17 or 19 with.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, I don't want to go past 20 right now.
Yeah. Like Tennessee could come up, or not Tennessee, Tampa Bay could come up for a quarterback. Maybe they feel like they need to jump Washington. I don't know.
See, that's something I'd be interested in. if Christian Gonzalez is off the board, that's something I'd be interested in. If he's on the board, I don't care who's offering what, you pick him up. In my opinion,
I just don't see how Gonzalez doesn't go here.
I don't either, but we got to be hopeful.
This would shock me.
We got a couple minutes left. If anybody has cable and they see it faster than us, let us know when the pick's in, please.
Yeah. That's what I hate about being so far behind is I can't even see if the pick's in.
I know.
Usually
that's
I can
what's
see if the
frustrating.
pick's in. Actually, though, just shut off the stream and save us the sad faces if we do something dumb. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Jahmyr Gibbs!
Shut up!
Let's
Wow!
Go! Yes! Yes! Let's go! We're gonna have JSN or Gonzalez on the board.
Oh,
we're gonna have JSN or Gonzalez.
Jahmyr Gibbs at 12.
Dude, they said this the last couple days. They said they feel like Jahmyr Gibbs could be a first-round pick, but that's crazy. They trade down.
They have DeAndre Swift.
No, not anymore. They don't. Oh no, they do. Sorry, they do. Sorry, but he's been hurt a ton.
Oh my God. Wow. I was hoping we'd get Jahmyr in round 2.
Calling for DeAndre Swift too.
Wow.
Bro, they trade down from 7. I guess they can do this because they have how many picks in the top 50? A ton. But still, you probably could have gotten him even at 18.
I know.
Unless they felt that Bill Belichick was going to take him at 14, then it just saved us.
Honestly, that's probably a more realistic possibility than people think. With
this to take Miles Murphy.
Oh my goodness, don't say that. With Bill O'Brien working with Jahmyr Gibbs and how much he was featured in the Alabama offense last year, I thought the Patriots were going to be very interested. So maybe that's what they thought. Maybe they thought Patriots are going to take him. Wow.
Oh, I hate this.
I do too. I'm so nervous.
I hate this. If we have our pick of JSN or Gonzalez, say Green Bay goes Van Ness or someone, who are you taking?
Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah. Christian Gonzalez has been my draft crush for a while.
But if you're telling me we get one of those guys, I'm going to be so happy. I will be very happy. Oh my God. I'm so nervous. Yeah, I agree. I think Detroit might have saved us from taking Gibbs. I think that might have been possible. Jahmyr Gibbs, he is really talented. 12 is a little high.
Oh my gosh, bro. 2 running backs before us and 3 quarterbacks before us. It couldn't have fallen better for us. I just said for us a ton of times. Yeah, Green Bay's probably taking JSN. Hopefully our draft board is higher Christian Gonzalez. I'm not confident in
So Packers have Jair Alexander, Eric Stokes, Rasul Douglas.
No, there's no way they go corner here.
I wouldn't think so, but
I don't think
you never know. Packers do weird stuff. Like anything's better than Cole Strange from last year. What's up, guys? What's up, Room Dog?
Yes, Tana. Yes.
Packers do weird things. They always refuse to draft weapons for Aaron Rodgers, and they took defensive backs and defensive players. So I don't know. I'm nervous.
Okay, wait. Something just changed on my screen, so it made me nervous.
What happened?
Nothing. I just saw something like
Oh.
glit or click, like the pick was updated, but it wasn't. I hate this, bro. I'm so ready for disappointment.
Oh my God, dude. The Lions have Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, and DeAndre Swift.
I forgot they signed Montgomery too.
I did too.
Come on, give us Christian Gonzalez. This would be. We're gonna have one of them, Rune Dog. We're gonna get one of them.
Well, we're gonna have one of them on the board.
Well,
we don't know what Belichick's gonna do, but
we're gonna get none of them. Maybe we should say we're gonna get none of them because then we'll get one of them. Stop, guys. Reverse jinx it in the chat. Put who you don't want him to pick, and then that will give Bill the voodoo, and he'll feel like that's who we want. But then he won't take them. So
yeah, I don't think Detroit needed to go running back, but especially they just traded. Who did they trade at corner?
Okuda, Jeff Okuda,
yeah, Jeff Okuda.
Atlanta. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm gonna cry. This might be the first draft that is exciting, and I'm gonna cry.
I'm so nervous.
I'm just pick Jared Hall. Yes, Tana. Tana's my buddy. Weaver stayed with me. He's a BYU guy.
Oh, okay.
No, dude, Gonzalez measured at 6'1", 197, 32-inch arm. So he doesn't have elite length, but he has above that. That's good enough length. That's average length. 4.38 40, so he's got the speed. He was super explosive, 41.5-inch vertical and an 11'1" broad. So explosiveness, change of direction, all of it.
Luke Van Ness. Luke Van Ness.
Yes!
Luke Van Ness.
Yes!
Oh, come on.
Yes!
Oh, come on.
Yes!
Come
Let's
on,
go.
Bill, please.
Let's go.
Please.
It was one of them. Let's
Come
go.
on. And he might have just taken Van Ness away from the Patriots. Get him out of here.
That's the best case scenario because now we don't have these. We thought this could have been the worst two picks for the Patriots, and they might have just saved us.
Come on, Bill, please. Ah.
Oh, dude, another one of the equipment manager at Weaver State. I think he's still in here. Is a Packers fan, and I've been giving him crap all week about Lucas Van Ness because he thought once they traded Rodgers, it was JSN.
Come on, Bill, please.
Dude, the good thing is I have graphics for both of those guys made, so
I am not doing anything. I'm not doing anything until we draft somebody.
I'm just having the BK freaking theme song on my computer right now watching the draft while I'm
BK.
Stop. Don't play this song. I'm not in the mood.
Oh, my God.
Is this what the Jets? John Doe wants Brian Branch. John, there he is. This is our equipment guy. What a joke. I told him. I called it. I told him for so long it was going to be Lucas Van Ness, bro.
Why do the Packers refuse to take a wide receiver?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, they took 2 last year.
I know, but they haven't taken one in the first in forever, right?
No. My Josh, the equipment manager, texted me, said, I don't care if he turns out to be a Hall of Famer.
That's how we felt about Cole Strange last year.
Yeah, we don't care.
This is one of the wonkiest drafts in a while.
Yes. If you would have told me one of these guys were available at 14 for New England, I would have slapped you silly and said, get the heck out of here. There's no way.
Are you concerned at all that he is available?
No.
No.
Gonzalez, he had nothing pop up in pre-draft and stuff.
No, I know, it's just
JSN,
like-
JSN, I get why JSN's available.
Remember
Been
last
a
year,
play for a
though?
year. You know,
Last year.
Yeah, I get why JSN's available.
Yeah. No, last year, the linebacker that we all wanted,
Nakobe
Dean fell to the third round. Nobody knew anything about it or why that happened, but
yeah.
And then it turns out he had an injury and nobody knew about it.
Gosh, Lucas Van Ness looks like such a pretty boy. My eyes are locked on this pick. I could either sink in my chair in disappointment or jump up and down in excitement. There's no in between. Five and a half minutes on my clock right here. Travis, we all are. Hold on. We're all scared right now.
What picks would you be okay with here if it's not Gonzalez?
Broderick Jones.
Fuck! We traded to the Steelers. Oh no, we traded back.
I knew it. Okay, that's fine. At 17, it's still 17.
No, but Steelers need corner. They're gonna go Gonzalez.
I don't know. They might still go Joey Porter. That's a legacy dude for them. Their dad. The dad played there. Let me see what they got, and then I'll react because we're only moving down 3 picks. And honestly, Jets don't need a cornerback. The only one that needs a cornerback is Pittsburgh. Or maybe they go, oh, maybe not. I don't know. Tell us what we got, Shefty. Do you know the details of the trade yet?
No, not yet.
Everyone on the broadcast thinks they're going edge here. Nolan Smith, maybe?
Really?
They wouldn't just trade back for a pick swap. They're going to probably get a third, maybe. I would hope they didn't get a 4th round. We already have a ton of those. But if you do get a 4th, you can somehow you can still trade up into the 2nd for it. I would hope that that's not the case, though. Yeah, it's not far off. Let's see the compensation. Still haven't seen what we're getting yet. We'll get that to you guys once we get it. That's fine. We all expected a trade down. They get pick 120 is what Bravis is saying. So they get another 4th.
I mean,
you only move down 3, you get an extra 4th. There's still an opportunity to move up. It's not horrible. Do I love it? No.
We have so many already. Why?
Yeah.
You don't need to do that.
So they
take the guy who you know is good.
They're giving us pick 17 and they also say it could be Broderick Jones. Yeah, we get 120 a fourth. There's no way we take 4 fourth rounders. They got to move up, right? At some point, they got to move up. They took Broderick Jones.
Okay.
That's fine. Like, I love Broderick Jones, but with who's still on the board, that's fine. See, Mark, I agree with Bravis right here. If we can get the Jets might get JSN right here, which would be crazy. They still need tackle help, but I don't know what tackle they go at this point.
What pick did we get?
120 in the fourth. So we now have. Let's go look at the fourth. So we now have pick 107, 117, 120, and 135 in the fourth. So I don't know how they take 4 fourth round picks. There's got to be a way you trade back up in the second round if you're New England, in my opinion.
Say that one more time. What pick is it? 140?
120? 120. I did like Broderick Jones. Broderick Jones is he's a super athletic tackle right there. Washington might take Gonzalez, so I think JSN is prone there at 17, and maybe Banks Porter for cornerback. Does Washington need a corner, though? I mean, I bet no one thought that Gonzalez would be there at this point, but Jets. I think the Jets wanted a tackle, but I don't know what the top tackle is on the board right now. Anton Harrison. Maybe they reach for DeJuan Jones. So maybe they go JSN right here. Just get another dude because we all know Rodgers wanted to get all these people or all these. They're asking about O linemen. They think Mache wants to trade down. Or sorry, Mache thinks the Jets want to trade down because the tackles aren't on the board. Honestly, okay. I hate that I'm even saying this because I don't think it's what you should base your draft off of, but the Patriots, in a way, played a little bit of defense there because if Broderick Jones is on the board at 15, Broderick Jones is a New York Jet. Now, I don't think that's the way you draft. You still go get your guy, but by trading up with Pittsburgh, or by trading down with Pittsburgh, they protected the Jets from possibly trading down and not taking someone here because I don't know if they are going to take this pick with none of the 3 big tackles on the board.
My concern is them trading down.
What?
Off the corner trading up. I just don't get how you pass on Christian Gonzalez there.
Yeah. It's hard. Unless they absolutely feel that he's going to be there at 17. But the one team that scares me is what who said it? Someone said it, that they worry about Washington.
Craig Bedard just said he talked to some O-tackle needy teams that did not love Broderick Jones off the field.
Gosh. See, Washington scares me now for Gonzalez. Looking at their depth chart, Washington scares me.
I'm hoping they take Will Levis.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like the Jets have been on the board for 27 minutes.
I have 2.5 minutes left on the thing, but I'm probably behind, so I'm sure the pick is close to being. Yeah, Evan Lazar even tweeted it. Patriots now have 4 fourth-rounders, some ammo to move up tomorrow, potentially. Yeah.
I mean, how have the Jets not picked yet?
They're talking about Nolan Smith is who they're talking about for the Jets here. Is what the analysts are talking about. No, Tana. No, I've told you this. No. Take Zach Kuntz, Darnell Washington. Don't take a first-round tight end. If you're going to take a tight end, we already have Gesicki and Hunter Henry. If you're going to take a guy to sit and develop, don't take a first-rounder.
I mean, they've got to be out of time now.
They have 108. They made the pick. They're all clapping, so they made a pick. Unless they traded. I don't think they traded.
Imagine if they took Will Levis.
Will McDonald. They took an edge. I mean, I like Will McDonald. He balled out at the Senior Bowl. But there is no way I'm taking Will McDonald over Nolan Smith. That's still on the board. No way.
What's your top 3 right now?
In order?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 sec. Let me pull this up. I'm going to pull up this best available for you guys. Okay, Gonzalez, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Joey Porter Jr. would be my 3 in that order. Zay Flowers at a close 4th. Deontay Banks at 5th. That's probably my top 5 right there.
Okay.
This is very true, Travis. They still have their choice. The ones we wanted at 14, they still have a choice. We don't know if they'll get both of them, but we'll have a choice.
I'm surprised how fast PFF is updating. Usually
PFF's fast.
Usually it's Twitter that's breaking stuff first, but PFF's been like right there with it or ahead. Yeah, I'll be happy with JSN or Christian Gonzalez if one of those falls. I would Gonzalez 1, JSN 2, Joey Porter 3, Zay Flowers 4, Nolan Smith 5.
It's really, Bravis, it's really not just Gonzalez. It's all corners. People thought Banks would be gone by now. People thought Joey Port, like, other than Devon Witherspoon going 5, it's just a bunch of corners.
Jalen Mills just tweeted, "I know who we picking," with 2 eyes.
Who said that?
Jalen Mills.
He's lying.
I know. You think Mayo's in that room?
Gerard Mayo?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Emmanuel Forbes.
Okay. Oh, that's Washington. Okay. I thought that was us. I forgot Washington was on the clock.
No.
That's fine. I would have loved Emmanuel Forbes in the second. If we would have traded back up, I would have loved Emmanuel Forbes.
I think Patriots love Emmanuel Forbes too. You got Christian Gonzalez sitting in your lap. I don't know. I feel like something might be going on. I don't know why he's fallen so far.
Guys, Forbes is a damn good corner. Like, but over Gonzalez, unless there's an underlying issue, it's surprising. But Forbes is a damn good corner. He is a ball hawk.
I have no idea what we're gonna do.
I don't know why I thought we were on the clock right there, because you just said Emmanuel Forbes like so disappointed. I just assumed we took him.
Alex Bart just tweeted, "There's got to be an injury or something with Christian Gonzalez we don't know about."
It's just hard to hide an injury. Like, don't you feel like last year at this point when the Kobe Dean was falling, we had at least heard about that an injury was possible?
I don't think we heard until he was picked, didn't we?
Maybe not. I thought we knew.
Gonzalez, JSN, Zay Flowers, Deontay Banks, Joey Porter Jr., Nolan Smith, Anton Harrison. I'd be happy with one of the corners or one of the receivers, as in JSN or Zay or Gonzalez or Porter. I don't really want Nolan. I don't want Nolan Smith, Anton Harrison.
Okay, so Bill Belichick said he's not taking or he's not trading Mac Jones. Did he say that we're not going to take a quarterback? Did he say that? Because What are the odds this is Will Levis?
This is no. Don't even.
What
put
are the
that
odds
into
this
the
is Will
atmosphere.
freaking Levis? I don't want to
No.
say it, but what are the odds this is Will freaking Levis?
I'm so nervous.
Okay. I did not know. I knew he said he wasn't moving Mac Jones, so that makes me a little more comfortable. Or does it? I don't know. It's just scared silence right now, bro. Another trade down? I don't know. What, MA football guy? Oh no. Don't be doing this crap.
No.
Cut the crap.
I'm not even gonna look at the chat for the next couple minutes.
I don't know if I can look at anything the next couple of minutes. Okay, John Doe's done this before. He's just thrown out. He threw out Brian Branch too. So I think this is who he wants here. Gam, there you go. Unbelievable. Bravis says they're trying to with us. No way. Yeah. Gam, you're probably happy for the Bears. PFF's pretty fast. I feel like no one's really going to have it before we see it on the screen right here. Could we swap picks and grab Mike Evans?
Jerry Judy.
That would be nice. I would love JSN. I'd love Christian Gonzalez here.
Christian Gonzalez, baby. Let's fucking go.
Are you sure?
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Woo! Let's go, baby.
Bill.
Let's go. Attaboy.
Yes. Yes. We got the number one guy, baby. Let's go.
Let's
Can
go.
we get an extra pick? Yes.
I fucking love you, Bill.
Yes.
Let's go. Oh my God. Let's go.
Oh my God.
God.
Yes. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh my God. I fucking love it. Let's
I love
go.
Bill Belichick.
Wow. So happy. So happy.
Yes. Tana, agreed. I thought there was no way he'd even get to 14, let alone trade back to 17, gain an extra pick you can use to move up in the second and get Christian Gonzalez. Yes. Yes.
I am so happy. Let's go.
Oh.
That was my dream. That was my dream. That was my dream. Let's go.
Yes. Yes. Let's go.
Oh, I'm so happy. Let's go.
I want to hear what they have to say. Oh, yes.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. Oh my God, dude.
Bro,
Let's
did
go.
we just have a fun draft moment? Are you kidding me? That doesn't happen.
I'm so happy. That was, oh my God, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Oh, Carlos. I had this guy. Okay, I'll show you my big board. 6. Well, I'm turned around 6 right here. Okay. I was high on Broderick Jones because of his upside. Gonzalez at 6. I thought there was no way
Zero
we were touching
chance.
Christian Gonzalez. No way. Donna. Sushi on Wednesday, Gonzalez today. I graduate college tomorrow and a party on Saturday. Let's go.
I'm so happy. The only thing that could make this day any better is the
Trade
Patriots
back
trading
up.
back up in round
Get
1 and
Zay
grabbing
Flowers.
Zay Flowers. Let's go. Come on.
Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up.
At 17, we just got Christian Gonzalez. That's wild.
Yes. Yes. Dude, what's crazy is he made it past Detroit, who we knew needed a corner. They could go corner right here like Joey Porter Jr. He made it past. Emmanuel Forbes got taken before him. Oh, my gosh, bro.
So happy.
Oh, my gosh, bro. Guys, 6'1", 197 pounds, 32-inch arms. 32-inch arms, good enough. You don't want to be under 30. 9.5-inch hand size, good hand size. 4.38 40. He has size, he has speed. Where he's great is his physics or his speed, change of directions. 41.5-inch broad jump or vertical and over an 11 broad. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so freaking happy. Oh my head. Cole. I never thought we'd do this. The New England Patriots with the 17th overall pick in the 2023 NFL draft quarterback Christian Gonzalez out of Oregon.
Oh my God, let's go. I'm watching him walk down the thing right now. Oh.
Top 10 projected pick. 6 on my big board, baby. Let's jam out a little.
Oh my God.
Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. We need someone to clip that. I know someone clipped our reaction last year. We need someone to clip that this year. It was Pat Scout last year. We got fooled last year. We need the freaking excitement this year, baby. Let's go.
So happy.
Gam, it should just be in the chat. So if you go to like underneath the chat. Yeah, guys, any donations, much appreciated. We never make it mandatory, but if you guys would like to support the channel, that would be Awesome. It should just be under the chat. So if you go to like type a chat, there's like a little money sign. The second one in, there's like reactions, chat, and then engage with your audience. You can hit the money sign and send super chats. You can send a super chat or a super sticker. Donate whatever you guys want. We'd really appreciate it. But let's freaking go.
What a
Let's
night.
go.
What a night. Let's go.
Holy cats and dogs. Jeepers creepers. Didn't Jack Jones already say he was wearing 0?
Yeah.
Oh. I can't believe it.
So happy. That was awesome. I can't wait.
Oh. Jack needs to give it up. Deep down, these dudes want. No, I mean, I would have loved JSN. Oh, Jack Campbell goes to. No, they go running back, linebacker in the first. Detroit, what are you doing? What? What? Wow, guys. I don't know what they are doing. Dude, you want to know what's crazy? Is there still people in my comments on Instagram like hating the Christian Gonzalez pick?
What?
Like
What could you possibly hate about that pick? There is not a pick that I would have been more happy about.
Yeah, the only pick I would have been as like happy about just because it's a receiver is Smith and Jigba. But
I mean, yeah, that would have been exciting. Yeah,
the guy I wanted all along, dude. Travis, I'm serious, bro. Detroit taking probably the 2 least valuable positions in the NFL, like running back and linebacker at pick 12 and 18, is insane. That is crazy. But who cares? Why are we talking about Detroit? New England just freaking got Christian Gonzalez.
Oh my God, let's go.
Oh, this guy, his film he is so smooth, bro. Oh, I love it.
That just made my night. What's up, MA football guy?
Is this a quarterback for Tampa Bay, Levis or Hooker? I feel weird saying Hooker.
MA wants to hop on the chat. Do we want to open up the line to anybody?
Oh yeah, well let's do it. You cool with we do that?
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you click the link in the chat right there, you can join. Just please, all we're gonna do is audio. So if you join with your camera, we'll ask you to turn the camera off. We're just gonna bring in your audio. So just bring in or just do your audio. Don't turn your camera on. If you click that link, you can join in. We'll talk to you for a couple minutes. Get your guys' opinion live on stream to do that. So, MA football guy, if you click on that right there, that link right there. Can I pin this from here? Oh, MA football guy. Looks like he's in. Let me go to. Okay. Let's get. There's a serious chance Addison could fall. yes, there is a serious chance that he could fall to the second. If we're not getting a bunch of corners coming or receivers coming off the board right now, then yes, for sure. MA football guy, if you can hear us, turn your mic off so it's just audio. Just like turn it off. Well, let's bring Carlos in first since he's in here. Carlos, what's up? How you doing, man?
I have never been happier in the past. What is it, like 5 years? 5 years, 4 years?
I can't seriously remember a pick that made me this excited.
Exactly. That's actually a really good point. Like, I obviously you guys can't see, but man, I was texting all my friends, like my palms are sweating. We're picking up 14, and then we trade back, and Gonzalez was there, and I was like, dude, that's the one guy I wanted. But it's crazy to me that we still got him at 17.
Yeah, and that's what makes it sweeter, in my opinion, is this is a guy we all wanted at 14. No one thought we'd get at 14. Somehow we get him at 14, and we get an extra fourth-round pick. With 4 fourth-round picks, it looks like we're going to trade up again at some point, whether it's into the late second, into the late first, early second. It looks like we have enough ammunition to trade up and get another quality player right there, and we still got a guy that's arguably a top 10 talent. And it was a perfect storm, in my opinion.
Exactly. And the way the board is falling, personally, I wasn't too high on taking a receiver, like with the 14th pick, but
yeah,
with the way the board is falling, there's going to be good receivers either at the back end of the first or in the early second. So with those 4 fourth-round picks, we're looking pretty good right now. And I'm honestly really surprised that this is the Patriots like doing all this.
I know. It doesn't feel like it. This feels like the opposite of what they normally do.
Yep. Tampa Bay takes D-line, Kalijah Cansey out of Pittsburgh or the University of Pittsburgh. So they get a defensive lineman. So quarterbacks really aren't coming off the board too quickly like we thought they would outside of the top 4 picks. So anything else before you hop off? We appreciate you coming on. Who else would you have taken at pick 17? If it wasn't Gonzalez, who was your next guy since you weren't really high on receivers?
Honestly, it was just the corners that looked good. So if it wasn't corner, then I would have been perfectly fine with them trading back into like the mid-20s and then taking a receiver. But the fact that there's still so many corners left, even now with Gonzalez gone, like who is it? It's Porter and Banks still there. So it's crazy to me that those guys are still falling. But like I said, I'm just happy with who we got. And I've never been a happier Patriots fan in the past 4 years.
I know.
I couldn't agree more. Usually the draft, we look for disappointment based on being a Patriots fan, but this was a home run pick. Anybody I talked to ahead of the draft, my ideal situation was trade up and grab Christian Gonzalez if he starts falling. We traded back and still got him. Just absolutely incredible value, incredible player. Exactly what the Patriots needed, an outside boundary big corner who's super athletic. I mean, I love it. I think they hit an absolute home run here.
Couldn't agree more.
Perfect. Well, Carlos, thank you guys, thank you for coming on again, sharing your thoughts.
Thank you, Carlos.
Hopefully we get another move here, or early in the second tomorrow we get some more exciting picks for the Patriots.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Okay. See you, man. All right. Again, if you guys want to join, there's a link that we just posted in the chat with our StreamYard link. You click that, just join without your camera on, so it's just audio. MA football guy. I'll see if I can bring in just your audio. I think it should. MA football guy, can you hear us?
Yeah, he can hear you guys.
Perfect. MA football guy, how's it going? What are your thoughts on the Christian Gonzalez pick?
I mean, I am super happy we got him. I mean, no mock draft I saw had him falling to 17 or really anywhere near outside the top 10. So I am kind of like Matt falling to us a couple of years ago. I mean, this was even less expected. So I am super, super psyched. And you guys, I trust you guys watched his vid. It is stellar.
Oh, I was just talking about it. Like, he just makes everything look so effortless. The way he moves, his explosion, how fluid his hips are. There's really nothing that puts him in a bind. He played enough man coverage snaps at the University of Oregon because Dan Lanning came over with the Georgia system. He has experience playing zone 2. He has, he doesn't have elite length like Joey Porter, but he has better length than some of the guys that we have. And then he still ran in the 4.3s. Great explosion. He's an all-around corner. I am interested to see why he fell. If people really just weren't that high
Yeah.
on corners, or if they had Emmanuel Forbes above him for certain things. But he was a top 10 lock in my opinion. I'm interested to see why he fell to 17.
It'll be really interesting to see if anybody comes out with an article like that tomorrow, because I want to know why he fell to. I had us taking Forbes in the second round at 46. I mean, the fact that he just skyrocketed. I mean, not that Forbes isn't good. He's stellar too, but a lot of people were looking at Gonzalez and comparing him to Sauce Gardner. I mean, the tall, lanky ball hawk. So I can't wait to see him on the field. I think, and with the receivers in the AFC East, I mean, you need a guy like that.
Absolutely. We haven't had anybody who can cover Stephon Diggs for years. And a guy like this has the potential to be a guy who can lock down wide receivers like that. And that's something that Belichick already has success developing guys that are later with less talent. This guy has a tremendous amount of talent and athletic ability where him being in this system, he has all the potential in the world. And I can't wait to see what they do with him.
Yeah. And he can take the Diggses and Waddles and I forget the guy's name with the Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson, yeah. He can take guys like that out of the game. You know.
And when you mentioned Sauce Gardner, I've been hesitant to compare him to Sauce Gardner because Gardner's that good. But if there's anyone in this draft class that's like Sauce Gardner, I thought it was Christian Gonzalez. He's not as tall as him. He weighs a little bit more than him. He's very similar in arm span. He ran a little bit faster than him and has the same hand size. The only thing you don't get to see is Ahmad Gardner didn't test his jumping, but I would be very surprised if it wasn't better than, or if he did better than Christian Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez jumping 41.5-inch on the vertical and 11'1" on the broad. There's not many people that are going to beat that at the cornerback position. Devontae Banks did really good too, but he has elite movement skills, and it's going to be fun to watch him and see how he does against the Stephon Diggs and them, because we really do need someone that can guard those guys if we want to compete in the AFC East.
Absolutely. And I mean, like we've all said, the fact, did anybody, I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, trade back. Ugh, we're not going to get anyone. And then nobody had him falling to 14, and then he falls 3 more picks. I mean, maybe Burnt is right.
It took a lot of nuts for Bill Belichick to, if they wanted him at 14, it took a lot of nuts, or he knew something about what the team's draft boards behind him were, and he knew that he was going to be able to still get him at pick 17. So that's a ballsy move right there by Bill.
The trade backs. Go ahead.
That's shades of the old Belichick right there. That's what we want to see. He made moves like that when he had Brady.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they don't always work out like that when he trades back, but trading back, getting an extra 4th, and grabbing Christian Gonzalez at 17, it's just I can't believe the value we just got for him, and we also got an added 4th round pick. That gives you, like we were talking about beforehand, ammo to move up. If you want to trade up into the back into the 1st round, you can. If you want to trade early into the 2nd round tomorrow based off whoever's there, you can do that too. So if anybody else falls, if you get a Zay Flowers, if JSN for some reason falls late into the 1st, or one of these tackles that you like, DeJuan Jones, that's something you can make a move for.
I know JSN and DeJuan Jones are still on the board in the 20s. I mean, again, who had that happening?
Yeah, I think, I don't know if, for me, keep it exciting, trade up if JSN keeps falling, or Zay Flowers, get a guy like that, and then you can address tackle next year, or, re-sign Trent Brown and stuff. But a tackle like a DeJuan Jones, the thing is Darnell Wright going as early as he did kind of surprise me a little. So maybe the 3rd round, like if I go to the best available, the tackles that I like the most, Anton Harrison would be a great guy to trade up for. DeJuan Jones is still great. I think both Cody Mock and Bergeron are going to slide into guard eventually. So then do you just wait until the 3rd? And I really like Tyler Steen, who played with Bill O'Brien. Freeland has elite foot speed, and he has great size at 6'8". And then Wanya Morris is another good guy. So if they don't trade up for Harrison or DeJuan Jones, I would love for them to take a tackle at pick 76 and still get a receiver or someone at one of those picks that they're going to have if they trade up. So I still really like the way the board's falling for New England.
I do too. I mean, and I mean, what's not to like about it? And I mocked us Cody Mock in round 2, but now it's like with this Christian Gonzalez pick, we could get Zay late 1 or late 2. Zay or JSN. The board keeps falling.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hey, we appreciate you coming back on. Hopefully, there's some more exciting news tonight, and if there is, maybe you'll have to hop back on, talk about it and stuff. But we appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the draft.
You too, and I appreciate you guys. Go Pats.
Yep,
Go Pats. Thank you.
All right. Well, there's a MA football guy. We got Boston Headline coming in here. Let's bring Boston Headline in. Boston Headline, how's it going? What are your thoughts?
Dude, I'm sweating so much right now watching that.
Me too.
Holy shit.
That was super exciting.
I still can't believe that happened.
I know.
I was definitely freaking out.
Oh, JSN goes right here to Seattle.
Yeah, I just got that.
That's
I had a lot of stuff to say before I got on, and now I can't really think of anything, but I just can't believe we finally got. Do you know why he fell that far?
No, that's what we were just talking about. I'm interested to see because he had that Nakobe Dean incident, like Cole mentioned last year, where he had that pec injury. So I would be interested to see why he fell. Maybe it's just nothing. Maybe teams just didn't value the wide receiver board or the cornerback board. There was a ton of great edge rushers in this class, so maybe they just we're looking at more of the front 7 guys. So I don't know. I'll be interested. I think that there will be something coming out sooner rather than later if there is an injury. But also, I think that Bill and the front office does a good job enough that if there is an injury, I don't know if they would have taken a chance like that in the first round.
Dude, I just can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I just getting the value there is incredible. Real quick, just kind of off subject. JSN, DK Metcalf, and Tyler Lockett is quite the surrounding cast for
Geno Smith.
All right, I got a couple more things to say before I get off, but
sure.
One that's not Patriots related. I don't know what the heck the Lions are thinking with these picks. I had Jack Campbell in the second round.
Alex Barth just tweeted a few minutes ago. He said the Lions are having themselves a hell of a second round.
Yeah,
like, that's what they're. I mean, it feels like both those guys you could have gotten the second, but I guess they're grabbing their guys.
I think it's a perfect like New England Patriots draft where I love Jahmyr Gibbs and I love Jack Campbell, but no way am I taking a running back and a linebacker with pick 12 and pick 18. Those are positions that are just not looked at like that in the NFL. So to take those right there is really really head scratching. But I mean, they did say with all the picks they had 5 picks in the next 43 since pick 12. So they have a ton of picks. So I mean, they're just adding talent. Maybe, they're just taking the philosophy like we're going to get the guys we want and then go from there. But yeah, taking those guys at those positions in the early first, it was a little head scratching.
Zay feels like this is a spot at 21.
I always thought that this was a spot for Zay with Keenan Allen, the possibilities there and stuff. And Herbert, you got to get rid of you got to get rid of a contract so you can sign Herbert. So this could be a Zay Flowers spot.
I think Jalen Mills likes the move.
Did he? I haven't seen it. Did he say anything?
He tweeted something out.
Okay.
I can't remember it off the top of my head, but he said something about getting to work or something.
I love it.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
Holy!
Adding him to that cornerback room is perfect.
All right, last thing. I don't think I'll be able to sleep tonight.
I know. I feel the same way. I'm all amped up now. I was like, oh boy. I'm just glad we didn't. It was so miserable after the Cole Strange pick. It's just like it's so deflating after that, and then it kind of sets your expectations low for the rest of the draft. This gets me really excited to see what else we're gonna do here. Just getting a guy like that with that much talent.
I was telling Jace before you got in here that I'm gonna get my hopes up for nothing and just be disappointed.
I know. That's what we do every year, though. We're used to it. So
yeah,
it's a nice change of scenery for us here, getting exactly what we wanted here for the Patriots.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it.
Yeah, I think at this point, if the Patriots trade back up into the second or into the first round, I don't know. Like obviously, if Zay Flowers is there, if he somehow falls and they trade up and get him there, I would love that. Or a receiver like I do like Jordan Addison. If he's the receiver available, I wouldn't mind them trading up and taking him. But at this point, if they trade up, I still think there's a lot of good players, offensive tackles. If you want to get DeJuan Jones, Anton Harrison, there's guys you can trade up for, and it would make this a really exciting day, or a really exciting day one for the Patriots and stuff. So they can build off this momentum. I'd be interested to see who they want to move up for.
Oh, dude, I just can't believe it.
I know it's crazy. So. Perfect. Well, we appreciate you coming on, Boston Headline. Hopefully,
thank you.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
you hang around for a little longer, watch the rest of the draft, see if something else happens. We have 10 picks left in the first round since Miami forfeited there. So still 10 picks. So it could
All right.
still
Thanks
get
for
exciting.
having me on here.
No
Thanks
problem.
for coming.
Okay, talk to you later. Perfect. Well, thank you to Carlos and Boston Headline for coming in. Again, if you guys want to join and you haven't, I'll put the link back in the chat. You can click this link right here. Just try to join without your audio without your video, just so it's your audio. You get a little reactions there. And then if you guys want to, let's take I forgot that we even have a ad break. I guess since it's in between picks right here, let's run a little ad break from Underdog Fantasy real quick, and then we'll get back to this. Real quick, guys, we'd like to thank today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. With Underdog's NFL Pick'em, they make it super easy to win big on any given night. They have individual player props or daily fantasy and are legal in 41 of the 50 states. Right now, they are doubling your first deposit up to $100 when you use code PATCHDRIVE or use the link in the description. All you have to do is select higher or lower and submit your wager for as low as $1 to win anywhere from 3 times to 20 times your money. You can also compete against thousands in Underdog Fantasy's daily fantasy tournaments ranging anywhere from football to baseball to basketball. Whatever sport it is, there's a tournament for you. Now with Underdog's Pick'em Insurance, you can still win money even if one of your picks does not hit. So head over to UnderdogFantasy.com or download the Underdog app. Make sure to use code PATCHDRIVE or use the link in our description to get started today. Perfect. Well, thanks, Underdog, for that. Again, if you guys want to support the channel, you can use code PATCHDRIVE at Underdog Fantasy to get your first deposit matched, or you can super chat us down below. Donate whatever you guys want for just to keep supporting the channel. But we appreciate all you guys being here. Hopefully this is there's some more excitement going on here. Chargers still on the clock. I haven't seen a pick come through for them.
I have not either. Real quick, just talking about trading back up, whether it's the first or early second. I am, as much as I'm excited about like a Darnell Washington and was excited about a Jahmyr Gibbs or a Zay Flowers. I don't think Zay's going to fall further enough for us to trade back up. But I just feel like I'm pretty concerned about our tackle situation still. We just don't. I think they're just going to run it with the depth we have and hope somebody steps up. And I think that's scary, not protecting your quarterback. So I think grabbing a guy like DeJuan Jones, playing him at right tackle, Trent at left tackle, I think that'd be a great spot to trade up for. So if we're going to trade up right now, that would be kind of my ideal situation. Trade up, grab a guy like DeJuan or Darnell Washington. Those would be two of my top ones.
The other thing about getting DeJuan Jones opposite of Trent Brown, those are two massive human beings. Oh, Quentin Johnston, TCU receiver. That's fine. I had him lower. I had him as my third receiver. I still liked him as my third receiver. But I maybe a little N'Keal Harry-esque. I don't want to compare every big receiver to N'Keal Harry, but he is. I do like Quentin Johnson. I would have liked him in New England, but I would have taken Zay Flowers before, so that makes it a little easier if Zay Flowers keeps falling. I think Baltimore could be in play for Zay Flowers. They could also be in play for Jordan Addison if they want to go receiver, continue to help. Lamar, they also Deontay Banks or Nolan Smith is a good option right here.
I don't think there's any chance that Zay falls out of the first. There's too many wide receiver needy teams.
Yeah. Someone will trade back up. Kansas City said that they wanted Quentin Johnston. So do they pivot to like a Zay Flowers or someone now? Yeah.
Quentin Johnston with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams is kind of, isn't that kind of redundant a little bit? Mike Williams and Quentin Johnson?
I think so, but Quentin Johnson might be a little bit better route runner than him. So he's not as good as Keenan Allen. He's better than Mike Williams. So maybe you're sitting there thinking, hey, we move on from Keenan Allen, and then you have these two receivers that are just great in the middle of the field or great on the outside. And then you just get a tight end to work the middle of the field and, a short slot receiver.
Wouldn't it make more sense to grab a Zay Flowers instead of a Johnson if you're going to move on from Keenan?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, probably.
They just signed Mike Williams to an extension last year, so that just kind of feels odd to me.
Yeah. So Carlos, right? Yeah. You look down this board right here: Baltimore, Minnesota, the Giants, Saints, maybe. And then Kansas City has been rumored to want. a couple.
Would you be surprised if the Bills drafted a slot guy?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the Bills just like to go like edge or something in the first round. I don't know. Yeah, Bravos. I could see them doing it too. They want to improve their pass catchers, losing Juju. They've
That would
said
be
they
so
wanted to
disappointing.
do that.
That would be so disappointing because I love Zay. I want to be able to root for him even in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, and if he's on the Chiefs or Bills, or I can't do that. Dude, what is going on with the Celtics?
What's the score? Are they just getting killed?
No, it's tied, but
Oh,
they're making this a series against the Atlanta Hawks.
Atlanta's good.
Not that good. I don't know what's going on with the C's. Marcus Smart just missed like 2 or 3 wide open threes in a row. They're just letting him take them because he just sucks at shit.
I think I will say this. I think Quentin Johnson on the side or with Justin Herbert is going to be a problem. That's scary because Quentin Johnson is a really good route runner for his size, and he still has that big playability, good speed, the ability to go up and catch 50-50 balls. That's kind of a scary pick for the AFC. What is that, West? That's kind of a scary pick for them.
I mean, they got good wide receivers. It's just feels odd how they're molding them together as a group. But
he didn't run a very good 40. He ran he didn't run his 40. I thought he ran a 40. He had a really good jumping though. He jumped 11.2 and 40 and a half for his vert. So like he jumped really well like Christian Gonzalez did at 6'3" with almost a 34-inch wingspan. So he's very, very explosive.
are we allowed to play audio from videos on here?
I mean, is it from Twitter?
Christian Gonzalez is speaking to the media in 5 minutes. I just didn't know if we could play the audio live or not.
Probably. I would say we can. I know like ESPN Plus won't even let me share my audio here. It mutes it and stuff. So like I'm sure what's it playing on? Just the Patriots Twitter
It's probably gonna be on YouTube. Patriots YouTube.
Then probably.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say this. I mocked Jordan Addison to the Vikings or to the Ravens. So if Jordan Addison were to not go here, I could definitely see him going to the Vikings. But I think this is where they go. So
Attaboy, Al. Still nothing from the Ravens, huh?
nope. I'm not getting anything.
Attaboy, JT. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, that was so exciting.
Yeah, it was.
I want to do it again.
I know. Oh my God, Jalen's wide open. What are you doing? Okay, Al. JT, baby.
Dude,
With the putback.
Larry Markkinen's better.
Get out of here. Oh my God.
Ravens could go Zay here, though. Bateman and OBJ. They do go Zay. Baltimore goes Zay.
All right.
That makes sense. I mean, they already signed OBJ, or they signed OBJ. They re-signed Lamar, get him another weapon. Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham Jr., Rashad Bateman, and Mark Andrews. That's good.
That's good offense. You're surrounding your elite quarterback with some weapons. For the
So,
first
see,
time
I
in a
would
while.
now expect I like that we're getting a run on receivers right now. I'd expect Minnesota to go Jordan Addison, too.
Yeah, it looks like Jerry Jeudy and
3 straight.
D-Hop are going to be staying put. Do we want to try to throw that Christian Gonzalez interview on?
Yeah.
If we can find it.
You might have to do it since I'm sharing my screen for PFF. Carlos, yes, that does sting. Bravis, yeah, that sucked. I mean, that could easily been it. We know that Lamar wanted Hop and OBJ. He had said that before, and they weren't going to get Hopkins. So maybe he's like, hey, just give me a receiver in the draft. So okay, Matt, I like Jonathan Mingo. If they were to stay at 46, maybe they feel like they need to trade up and get him, like they kind of did for Tyquan Thornton last year. I like Mingo. I like Cedric Tillman as big outside X receivers. I would not be afraid of doing that. I would like that. So
Is there a way I can do it without putting the video on, just the audio? Can you hear it?
I can't hear it now.
Next question
Now
will
I
be Mike Cadlick.
So I think if you keep that and I do this,
Thank you.
or if I do this and
Pre-draft process and things that we see. It felt like you were the top cornerback on the board. So were you surprised to be fall that far? And what does it mean to play for a guy like Coach Belichick at the end of the day?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit, but it all happens for a reason. God has a plan, so I'm trusting His plan, and I'm very excited to play under him. You can't really get a better coach than that. So I'm just excited to learn and go in there and just compete.
Awesome, welcome in.
Next question, Ian Steele.
Hey, Christian, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations. Welcome to New England. Following up on maybe the plan that you just mentioned, I read that there was a point in your life where you almost stopped playing football. Would you mind, one, sharing that story? And two, I guess, especially on a day like today, you're glad that you didn't stop.
Definitely. Yeah, I was in high school my sophomore year. I was put on JV as a backup just because the coaches there thought I wasn't strong enough in the weight room. They didn't think I lifted enough weights. And then I ended up transferring, just pushed through, leaned on my family. And yeah, like you said, I'm very glad, very excited I did not, make that decision because I would not be in this position I am today.
Next question, Mark Daniels.
Hey, Christian, congratulations. I know the combine you mentioned that you've watched some rookie cornerbacks make an impact. What did watching someone like Sauce Gardner do for your confidence last season? And what are your goals and what do you hope to achieve on the defense this year?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot to be able to watch somebody come in and just make an instant impact. And I want to hopefully do the same thing. And I just want to come in and compete and learn. And, I can't, like I said earlier, you can't learn from anything better. So I'm really just excited for the opportunity to learn from the best.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next question, Zach Cox.
Hey, Christian, congratulations. For folks who aren't familiar with your game, just how would you describe yourself as a player?
Just somebody that's versatile, fast, long, tall, that can move around, and somebody that loves to learn and just wants to learn all the nuances of the defense and how they all build together. So, yeah.
Next question, Andrew Callahan.
Hey, Christian, welcome to New England yet again. When you spoke with the Patriots, what was something that they wanted to know about you?
Really just who I am as a player and a person. Just getting to know me and just learning who I am, really.
And do you have much of a relationship with Adrian Clem? Obviously, he was with you at Oregon last year.
Yeah, I definitely have a relationship with him. We would always talk at practice, mess around. But yeah, I'm excited to meet back up with him.
Congrats again.
Thank you.
Someone you might recognize, James Carpia.
Congrats, Christian. I know you had a lot of people back in the green room with you that were very important to you along the way. Just in the course of tonight and after the selection, what'd you say to Coach Buckley, to Coach Rangel, to your family? What were you saying to those people tonight?
Just thank you, thanking them for always being there and then being here today. They all helped me get here to where I am today. So just was extremely happy to share that moment with them and can't wait to give the world back to them.
Next question, Mike Reese.
Hey, Christian, congratulations. Have you ever been to New England?
I have once.
What do you remember about the visit? What do you know about it?
It was great. Great atmosphere. The ball gets played up there. So I'm really excited just to get up there.
What was it that brought you here? Was it to visit the team, or was it for something different than coming to visit the Patriots? Was it like separate?
It was a visit.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next question, Tamara Brown.
Hi, Christian. Welcome to New England. Two things. One, following up on what Mike Reese just asked. Have you heard about with New England the lobster rolls and the clam chowder? And are you a seafood person?
Well, I love seafood.
Would you be open to trying both?
I'll stick to the lobster. I don't know about the clam chowder.
That's okay. You'll hear a lot about it once you get to New England. We're so glad to have you here. Second question, wanted to follow up on what you said to Andrew Callahan. The Patriots wanted to know who you are as a person. How would you describe yourself as a person? You've already described to us how you are on the field, but who are you off the field?
Yeah, I'm just somebody that's extremely trustworthy, somebody that's just loyal and keeps a pretty tight circle, and just really all about ball, ready to just learn. I just love to learn. So, yeah.
Next question, Andrew Callahan.
Hey, Christian, it looked like your tackling and your ball skills seemed to take a jump last year at Oregon. How would you describe the process of improving those skills, which are really important to the Patriots?
Yeah, it was just film study, knew what I had to get better at, and attacking it every day at practice. So just really attacking it and knowing myself what I have to get better at, not having a coach tell me.
Any extra work you did in practice or in games, or certain things you would kind of change with your?
Screw you, Cole. Screw you.
It was just multiple reps, just getting more reps and a lot of film went into it. Just learning from that point of view.
What's your favorite way to watch film?
Probably just like I don't know, by myself. I like to watch with the team and the coaches, but then I learn a lot by myself as well.
Thanks, man.
Go back to Mark Daniels.
Christian, how aware are you of the Patriots' sort of history with their top flight cornerbacks, whether it be Ty Law, Stephon Gilmore, Darrell Revis? Have you, one, do you know about that? Two, have you looked up to any of those cornerbacks who played with the Patriots?
Definitely, I know about it. And like I said, I'm just excited to be able to get in there and play under just having great cornerbacks come out of that system. But yeah, I've definitely watched Stephon Gilmore, and he's just a great player. So it's just, I want to follow in the footsteps of it.
Thank you.
Next question, Katie McInerney.
Hey, Christian, I just wanted to ask you about your suit. That seems like it took some planning and you unveiled it there on stage. Why did you wear it? Where did you get it? And what does it mean to you?
I wore it because I'm Colombian. My dad was born in Colombia. He moved to America to play basketball when he was 18. And it took some planning, yeah. And it means the world to me to just be able to put on for South America. They don't really play football over there. So having little kids that know they can do what they want if they set their mind to it. So I just want to be able to let them know that they have somebody to look up to.
Great, thank you. And next question, Michael Hurley.
Hi, Christian. I'm sure there's a million things going through your head tonight, but the division that you landed in is pretty stacked, quarterback, receiver-wise. Aaron Rodgers just joined the division. Has that settled in, like what division you entered and the guys that you'll be going up with quite a bit this year?
It's kind of all just a whirlwind, just taking it all in. Gonna enjoy tonight with the family. But yeah, I definitely put some thought into it, but I'm excited for that competition.
Next question, Dakota Randall, and we've got two final questions, Dakota Randall and Steve Sanchez.
Hey, Christian, similar question to Mark's. Any current members of the Patriots who you either looked up to, studied, or just been a fan of?
Currently, probably not, but just Stephon Gilmore was somebody I definitely watched. But yeah.
Thank you.
And last question, Steve Sanchez.
Hey, Christian. Congratulations. Has this been a dream of yours since you was a kid? And can you still believe it now that you were picked in the first round by the Patriots?
Definitely, it's been a dream since I was like 5, 6 years old when I started playing football. And it's kind of surreal. It's hit, but I don't think it's truly hit. Maybe when I lay down in bed and just breathe again. But I'm just very excited. I don't have a lot of other words. It's just so much excitement that the day finally came and the phone rang. So
thank you, Christian.
Yep, thank you.
Christian, thank you very much for your time. You have a busy schedule coming up with the next few interviews you have scheduled there, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Sure.
For the media that's on the call right now, we're going to tentatively have media availability with the assistant coaches at 4:00, and we'll attempt to do access with Christian around 5:00 on the field.
All right, good.
So bring that suit for tomorrow.
All right.
See you guys. Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Damn it, Cole. Already
What
got a
was,
clip posted on Instagram. Get out of here.
From the pizza?
Yeah, Pat Scout. Look at him. He posted it already. Oh, shoot.
Let's go.
He caught me in mid pizza, bro. I went to go eat because we're on camera. You had to do that to
God.
me.
Dude, I had to.
I appreciate
had
Pat
to.
Scout though. He always keep me on my toes. I appreciate it.
Oh, that was hilarious. I mean, what was your guys' favorite part of the draft? Christian Gonzalez or or
It
Chase
was so
eating
perfectly
pizza?
timed with the clam chowder question. Like Boston
I
Headlight
know.
was saying right here, there were some weird ass questions being asked, and it just happened to be the freaking clam chowder question that was on, and you're pulling me up eating my pizza.
Yeah.
So
That was funny.
So,
That was funny.
I mean, while we were listening to that interview, Zay Flowers
No wide
goes-
receivers left.
Yeah, I mean, except for in the second round, but Zay Flowers goes, and then Jordan Addison goes. So you have a run of the 4 main receivers right there from pick 20 to 23, all gone. So
C's win too, in case anybody wanted to know. Moving on.
Boo.
Yeah, I mean, what? I'm getting hungry. You see, you eat that pizza.
Go get some. I'll turn your camera off. Don't worry.
I bet you will.
Go get some clam chowder. Did the clam chowder and the lobster rolls make you hungry? Those questions?
I don't like either of those things, so nope, they did not.
Oh, you're not even a true East Coast guy then, are you?
I don't like seafood. No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
yeah. I don't really like any seafood. I like lobster a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it's pretty sad to be, especially from Maine. That's basically like the lobster state too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, Light Shadows, what's up? Good to see you back in here. Yeah, that's crazy. No one thought that we would be able to get Christian Gonzalez at 14, let alone we get him at pick 17, and we get an extra 4th because we trade down to pick 120. So that is a stellar draft right there.
That Pat Scout story is freaking awesome.
Dude, I was locked in looking at picks too, and then I just looked at the screen because he said Christian Gonzalez said something, and it's just me. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh boy, that was funny. How many picks we got left? Deontay Banks, 24 to the Giants.
Oh, that's a good pick for them.
Yep.
They needed a
All
corner.
right, so we got what,
Probably
7
one of the
picks
most
left?
Athletic ones.
I know, dude. Boston headline. I am so excited as well. And somebody reported it earlier, but not that we haven't watched enough Christian Gonzalez highlights, but that is going to be on repeat tonight, and I'm probably not going to go to bed very I will be right back though. I'm going to go grab something. I don't know what yet, but
Okay. Pick wisely.
Okay.
Carlos, Josh Downs tomorrow with a trade up. For me, it's not as much Josh Downs. I would like Josh Downs, Tank Dell. I would rather have an X receiver because I feel like the uncertainty of I'm gonna move this here. I feel like the uncertainty of Devontae Parker and where he's going to be in his health makes it more likely we go get like a Jonathan Mingo here. I'll just pull up the best available receivers on this thing for you guys and tell you who I'd like. I'm the more and more I watch Cedric Tillman, the more and more I like him. Mingo, Tillman, I would also like Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson was a stud at the Senior Bowl. Probably one of the best receivers there. He's a bigger 6'2" guy. He is a little bit older in age, but I like him. A.T. Perry would be another big receiver. You could probably get him in the 3rd. So if I were to rank my receivers up here on who I'd want New England to get, Cedric Tillman, Jonathan Mingo, Michael Wilson, A.T. Perry. I like Jaden Reed too. I think Jaden Reed's very versatile. So if they were to go a 2nd-round receiver, those would be the guys I could see them trading up for there. So what's the next position we need at this point? I just talked about going and possibly trading up for receiver. You can also trade up for a right tackle since you have Trent Brown at left tackle. Yeah, Carlos, this is what I was going to say. DeJuan Jones. If you trade up into the 1st round or something right here or early day 2 tomorrow and get DeJuan Jones as right tackle, then I think that makes a lot of sense. And then you can have him and Trent Brown, which are 2 massive human beings. The other one that hasn't gone that really surprised me, and he's more of a left tackle, so maybe New England would value him a little more. Anton Harrison out of Oklahoma, a big offensive tackle. I like him. They could trade up for him in the 1st or trade up for him in the 1st. But if they don't trade up for an offensive tackle, I would not reach for one in the 2nd. I would just wait and get like a Blake Freeland, Tyler Stein, one of those guys in the 3rd round, which I think they could probably get at 76. So. Hey. So last year, the draft lasted 3 hours and 14 minutes, I believe, from start to finish. Cole, welcome from his personal account. Yes, the Bills do trade. This will be interesting to see who they come up for. I don't know who they would come up for here. Maybe an edge. Nolan Smith would be a guy that would make sense. Yeah, light shadows. To me, you only need to make 2 fourth-round selections. You can package 2 of them, either move up into the second or the first, or move up into the late second and the third. I don't think that you need to take all 4 of those. I think that you got to move 2 of those and possibly get higher picks with those. You could maybe even move 3 of them and only take 1 in the fourth. You get 1 in the late third, 1 in the late second, and keep your second. I don't know. There's ways. So, DeJuan Jones makes sense for the Bills. I don't know. They only moved up 2 picks. Let's see. I could see them going Nolan Smith. Brian Branch did they end up losing Jordan Boyer? I forget. I don't think they did, right? They didn't lose any of their safety. So maybe if they feel like that, Brian Branch, you could get Miles Murphy. Maybe they want a corner. They did take Kiar Elam last year, who was a long corner. Yeah, Branch makes sense. I don't think they go corner here. Maybe they need a guard. They could go to Cyrus Torrance out of Florida. Will Levis. Maybe they just go Will Levis. Let's see what they gave New England's pick on. Very good. Yep. Makes sense. Okay, light shadows. I like that you asked this question. The 2 big bodied guys that I like for New England to play the Vince Wilfork role. Siaka Ika, like this guy out of Baylor, 6'3", 335. He's going to be that true nose tackle. The other bigger guy like Keandre Coburn, he's a big bodied dude. Those would be the guys because I don't know if they're going to trade up for one of those. No, Cole, we don't miss you. Keep eating your food. So, Buffalo takes a tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Wow. Okay, they probably thought that they had to trade up with Jacksonville because Jacksonville was thinking of a tight end too. So that's interesting. Dalton Kincaid to Buffalo. First tight end off the board. They have Dawson Knox too. Wow. Interesting pick by them. Wow. But anyways, the big fatty up the middle, Keandre Coburn, Siaka Ika out of Baylor. I like those guys. I don't think there's one that you trade up for like you did Christian Barmore. Maybe if Maisie Smith falls, but I mean, I guess Maisie Smith is a nose tackle relatively. He doesn't have the mass that some of those guys do. He would be a guy. Breesy isn't really going to be a nose tackle per se, whatever you say. So maybe Smith, Benton, not a bigger guy. Kobe Turner, not a bigger guy. Yeah, I don't know. Maisie Smith would probably be the only guy I'd move up for if they want to enter defensive line for that Will Fork role. Sean, what's up? What are we thinking about Gonzalez? We are ecstatic. I love it. I mean, my number 1 corner, I loved him at pick 14. We trade down, and we still get him there. So that was great. Boston headline, Laporta or Mayer tomorrow if they fall. I like both of them. I mean, obviously, if Mayer's there at 46, then it makes sense. But I am all on the Zach Kuntz train. I'm all on Darnell Washington. I don't know. I'm on one of those guys who's trained for tight end a little bit more than Mayer. But I mean, if he falls, then it makes sense.
What I miss?
Did you see who Buffalo took? Kincaid, the tight end out of Utah. Laporta to me is just a smaller tight end. Like I like Laporta's speed and explosiveness, but he's only 6'3". I'd rather take a Kuntz, one of those guys. It's Kuntz is 6'7", tested like a freak. Tucker Kraft's another guy I like at tight end. He's 6'5" out of South Dakota State. I mean, obviously Darnell Washington's an absolute freak. Yeah, we got the number one quarterback in the draft. Yep, it is. Speak it into existence because it happened. Freaking happened. Dallas here is interesting. They could go Joey Porter. Geez, they could go Joey Porter here with Diggs. This could be a Joey Porter spot right here with Diggs.
I forgot Porter still hasn't got taken.
Trade up, double dip, Joey Porter Jr. and Christian Gonzalez. What is it? What you got? Oh, it's like a parfait or something? Bravis, they do have Gilmore too, but how much longer does Gilmore have? Like of elite football. I don't even think he's at that elite football right now. Like he's still a good corner in the NFL, but okay, University of Utah, represent.
You should have seen Jace earlier. He was eating pizza. That looks a lot better than this does, Bob.
Look at what he said. Move up for Joey Porter and just move Marcus Jones as our wide receiver.
Hey, there you go. Put him in the slot.
Gosh, we play Utah week 3 this year. I'm so glad we don't have to play Kincaid because they have another good tight end that got hurt, which is kind of why Kincaid started blowing up. But they have a really good tight end coming back. I'm glad we don't have to play both of them because they're freaking nightmares.
I heard a rumor that the only reason he lasted this long in the draft is because some linebackers coach for Utah State was guarding him and locked him up. So he dropped a little bit. Is that true?
No, not true at all. No truth to it. No truth to it.
That was a rumor I've been hearing.
It's a rumor.
All right, what we got? Where we at? Dallas?
Dallas, yep. Waiting for him.
They could go punter. You think?
You think?
Yeah.
Cole, is Gonzalez going to be a day one starter for us?
Yes, absolutely. I'd be shocked if he wasn't.
Plug and play.
You think he's going to be?
I do. Yeah. Yeah, I think he does.
Deb McCourty said, "Love this pick. Welcome to New England, bro."
Boston headline says, Cole, you're wrong. Miles Bryant will be over him. Or Jawan Williams, even though he's not on roster.
Yeah, where did he go?
Did he get picked up? Oh, he got signed.
He signed somewhere. Minnesota.
Yep, that's who. Yep. Minnesota must suck. Dude, Dallas could also go tight end here. I talked about this. Dallas could go tight end because they lost Schultz. So
Where
do
does
they
he
go
go?
Michael? Houston on a 1-year deal. So they could go Michael Mayer right here.
We're getting there.
Getting there. Yep. I had Bijan to Dallas. I think I didn't. Once I heard that Philly wanted him, then I really kind of thought that it was unlikely, but it would have made sense with them getting rid of Zeke.
Zeke hasn't signed anywhere, has he?
I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, the pick's in. Update this hoe. PFF, come on. Yep, Maisie. Okay, Maisie Smith. I talked about this while you were gone. Light Shadows asked about possibly trading up for a defensive tackle, kind of like we did with Barmore a couple years ago. But I was like, it has to be a true nose tackle like Vince Wilfork. Maisie Smith was the best one on the board, but there's a couple guys in the late second, early third that I think could fulfill this role. So he goes here. You probably don't trade up for an interior defensive lineman.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say with Barmore.
Like he clearly fell.
Tackle.
If Maisie Smith would have been available at 40 or in the 30s, then it would have been he clearly fell like Barmore did, but he
exactly.
Yeah.
I can't remember being this happy about a Pat's first round pick in a while.
Dude, get out of here. Stop putting me on solo. Cole trying to expose me more. He wants him and Pat Scout are up to see my demise or something. This could be a tight end right here in Michael Mayer. Jacksonville kind of needs one. Boston headline. I don't know what you mean by got saved, but I definitely think that they knew that the Jets wanted a top tackle and Broderick Jones was still there. So I definitely think that move was a little bit of a defensive pick there. Yeah, this makes up for the Cole Strange pick.
Well, are you crying again?
Always. Honestly, I don't know if they trade back into the first round. I feel like if they're going to trade, it's going to be early second.
Wouldn't you be surprised though if they didn't trade up at some point?
Yes, gaining an extra 4th round pick, it would surprise me if they don't get back.
They already had 3, so now they got 4, right? That's a lot of 4th rounders. Christian
And
Gonzalez.
A++. Yes.
Yeah, I can't emphasize enough. I just
Like I think me and you have both said it 20 times. It's so good that I realistically did not think it was possible to get this guy on our team.
This would have been like us getting Chris Olave last year.
Yeah.
Or Jordan Davis.
Yeah. The guy that we just fell in love with, just knew it was probably unlikely. Yeah. I wanted to go last year, Boston headline. It was in Vegas, so it was like 6 hours away from me. I wanted to go so bad, but tickets were super expensive, and I kind of thought the same thing. I'm like, damn, that's a long time to sit there.
Jaguars drafting Anton Harrison.
Damn. Okay, so that would have been the one tackle I could have seen them trading up.
DeJuan?
No, Anton Harrison.
No, I know. DeJuan, though. What about him?
Well, I could see it. I mean, I could see him trading up, but this guy's like more of a left tackle. So if they wanted to get up there, then they could have done it. But
Pats have traded up in the 2nd round in each of the last 5 drafts. I would expect to trade up tomorrow.
Well, Kyle Duggar was a trade back. I wonder if they were counting that. Because Tyquan, Christian Barmore the last 2 years.
Did we have another 2nd round pick that year? This is from Zach Cox.
Did Josh Uche, did they trade up for Uche?
Maybe.
That was 2020. So they traded down to 37, got Duggar, but then Uche was 60th overall.
Oh, okay. Probably then, yeah.
Oh, shit. Do you know who we traded up for in 2019? We just talked about this guy.
Jawan?
Jawan Williams.
Yeah.
What about in 2018? That's so brutal.
In 2018?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's another corner. Dude, this dude was worse than Jawan Williams.
Oh God, I know who you're talking about. Who is it?
Duke Dawson.
Yeah. What position next? Tackle. There's outside of DeJuan Jones. After that, I feel like it falls off pretty quick.
Yeah, I've been adamant about this. Outside of here, let me pull this up again.
Outside of the top tackles, it goes fast. There's a lot of cornerback depth in this class. There's not a lot of tackles.
Outside of DeJuan Jones that's still available. Cody Mock, Matthew Bergeron, and maybe even the Old Dominion guy are probably going to, at some point, be guards in the NFL. So for me, then you just wait until your third-round pick, possibly because we have 107, Tyler Stein, Blake Freeland, or Wanya Morris. Wanya Morris was the other guy other than Anton Harrison, 6'5", 3'7". He's big enough. So for me, those are the guys you wait for. I'm from Utah, so I love Blake Freeland. But his, like, the way he uses his feet were so good in the bag drills when he did at the combine and at pro day. So I would love for them to take him. I've already talked about that. If they're going to trade up for a receiver, Cedric Tillman, Jonathan Mingo, Michael Wilson makes sense for me. I love those guys as X receivers. And then someone's at Light Shadow's also asking about tight end. Like, if Michael Mayer continues to fall, I just don't know if it's happening. But I like Darnell Washington. I like Zach Kuntz. Zach Kuntz could be a fourth-round guy, kind of like you saw with Dalton Keene, Devin Asiasi. I really like those guys. And Dalton Keene was originally recruited to Penn State, where he signed by Bill O'Brien. So, little tidbit for you there, has a little connection with Bill O'Brien. So, those could be those guys. So
I think outside of DeJuan Jones, if DeJuan Jones keeps falling, I feel like trading up for him is a great idea. You got to solidify that offensive line. But if he goes after that, like you just said, I would wait on tackle, and I would move up for a guy like Darnell Washington or one of those guys.
Musgrove's a stud out of Oregon State too. At tight end, he's a great pick. More of a pass catching guy, not really an inline blocker. So that's what's interesting is like Zach Kuntz and Musgrave are going to be more inline, or are going to be more Mike Gesicki types. They're going to get like Tucker Kraft, Darnell Washington, who are going to be more or Hunter Henry types. So that'll be interesting, one, to see what they want to do with the future of their tight end position, and two, if it has any indication of who they think is going to leave next year in free agency. Because if they take Zach Kuntz, maybe they're saying, well, Mike Gesicki's on the one-year deal. He's not going to come back, so we'll train this guy, replace him, re-sign Hunter Henry. So the tight end spot, if they do take one, will be interesting to see what type of player they get there and what the scheme fit is for him.
Yeah, I would love Darnell Washington. I hope he's somebody that we can add to the squad. Is it 10-minute picks next tomorrow as well?
I think it gets lower. I don't remember, but I think it's 8 maybe.
Okay. I know on the last day it's like 5, right?
It's way short in the last day, which is good. It should never be. Cincinnati went Miles Murphy, Clemson. Okay. Someone said they thought, let's see, Carlos said DeJuan Jones to Cincy, probably. That would have made sense. They just got rid of Lael Collins, so, getting more help for him.
As far as tackle goes, we should be good till the Steelers, yeah?
Well, the Steelers took a tackle. They took Broderick Jones.
Oh, you're right. Huh. Okay.
Honestly, with no receiver on the board still, I wonder if this is the spot right here at 31 that New England looks to come back up to. Because you know the difference between pick 31 and 32 this year, right?
Yeah.
The fifth-year option. I mean, I know you know it. For the other guys that don't know it, a first-round pick is going to have a fifth-year option on it. So usually that's pick 32 is the last one. So right now you're getting a dude at pick 31 that has a fifth-year option still, and it's the last pick in the draft. So that would make sense for New England to want to try to trade up there if they don't want to stay there. So, Light Shadows, I'd love to trade 2 of those fourth-round picks for an extra second-round pick. What do you say? Yeah, I don't know if you can get up that far. I think if you trade from 46 and include one of the fourths, you could probably get into the 30s, maybe like 30, 36, 37. You could probably get into that range. I don't know if you're going to get a second unless you pair like your third and move up or something, but
Mike Reese said the Patriots turned their card in quite quickly.
What?
He said the Patriots turned their card in quickly when Gonzalez.
I mean, I said in my mock draft with Alex Barth that we did, I said, if he is on the board, you run that pick up to the card, and that was at 14. So I hope literally someone ran it to the podium.
Yeah. Do you remember how much those the tickets for the draft were? Were they like crazy?
You mean like salary cap?
The tickets for the draft.
Oh,
last
I
year?
thought you meant salary or like picks for the draft. You kind of
Oh, no.
In Vegas for the first round, it was like $300.
Okay.
But they sold out so fast. Also, like
I figured.
I would have had to have made a decision right then and there. The other thing, Vegas. Well, anyone is smart. They know when the NFL draft's coming. Hotels were like $450 a night. Like they knew. So. Austin Headline, appreciate you guys, you hanging out with us. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us today.
Yeah, for real.
Hopefully,
Thank you, guys.
we will be live tomorrow. I might be live earlier before Cole just because he'll be getting back from work and stuff. And I mean, if we think New England's going to move up into the second, they would probably do it pretty quickly. So we'll try to be live for that and then see how the day goes and stuff. But yeah, we'll try to be live tomorrow.
Same time tomorrow, right?
I think it's 6 again tomorrow. Yeah.
Do you think there were really any bad picks from 1 to 16? Yeah, the 2 Detroit picks.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Let me scroll through them again once I see this, or once I look at this. Oh, it starts at 5, Cole. Oh, I guess that'd be 7 o'clock your time. Sorry, I said it in my time. Okay. Carlos, yes, this is Forbes in front. The only reason Forbes at 6 or at pick 16 for me is because it was in front of Gonzalez. So let's look. So Forbes, because it's in front of Gonzalez, was a little head scratching. Will McDonald for sure. That might be the worst pick of the first round. Love Will McDonald, but Nolan Smith still on the board. And I thought Nolan Smith is a freak athlete. Van Ness, I just wasn't high on him. Jameer Gibbs is Jameer Gibbs just because it's a running back. I like Darnell Wright. I thought I like the fit in Chicago. They need an offensive lineman, so that makes sense. Other than that, I mean, there really was no.
That's how you
Yeah, I saw that.
That's how you know you made a good pick when the you can't say it's Dolphins page.
Yep.
Upset.
Light Shadows, appreciate you. Best channel. We appreciate you so much. Joey Porter still on the board. Yeah, that's surprising. Jack Jones is keeping 13, he said on Twitter. So 0 for Gonzalez. That would be nice. Forbes ahead of Banks, too. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of, yeah.
I got some breaking news.
Oh.
No jersey number change for Jack Jones. He tweeted, I'm number 13. Christian Gonzalez can be 0. Oh, there we go.
Boston Headline was on
I just saw that. Boston Headline with the same phone case.
Yep. Hey, if you guys have not looked at, I'm going to try to pull this up, Cole, and put the link in there. Do you have the link you can throw in the chat? There you go. Hey, if you guys haven't, click on this link. Cole has a ton of awesome designs he's made. Let me grab the one I have. Cole makes these designs. I got the Tom Brady canvas. It's a 16 by 20. Cole has the phone case. Oh, Brian Brisset to New Orleans. But
okay, there you go.
Cole has the phone case. He has shirts. He has a bunch of Celtic stuff, other NBA stuff. So if you want a cool Patriots graphic or phone case or something else, yeah, go check out that link that he just put in there. He does killer work. So, I mean, this thing hangs up behind my normal setup for the podcast. If you guys haven't seen it in other lives, it's fire.
We got the how I'll wait for Jace to come back. Appreciate it, Light Shadows.
That took me way too damn long to put up again.
We got a DMAC one and a
Pull some of them up. Share your screen right here. Let's look at them.
DMAC one coming out in a little bit, and Kyle Duggar too. Yeah, I'll throw it on here.
Yeah, there you go.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
Ramondre one.
Ramondre. Nice.
We also have a couple different sizes now. Hit Judon.
Yeah, that Judon one's cool.
Mac Jones. I mean, if you're a Patriots fan, you're not necessarily going to get these. Celtics. Got some T-shirts. Sweatshirts. Let's see. Ramondre. I got this one a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's sweet. So
But yeah,
maybe we need a Christian Gonzalez one.
I know. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about depending on who we grab doing that.
All right, 2 more picks. Eagles already traded up. Eagles already traded up 1 pick 9 to get Jalen Carter, so they've already had a first-round pick. Move back in and take Levis. Oh gosh. Oh no. So.
Let's see.
Boston Headline said, if you make a Gonzalez phone case in a Pats jersey right away, he'll buy it.
All right. We'll get it done.
Light Shadows was meaning to ask you guys what your thought about Damian Harris is going to the Bills. I'm still thinking about losing him to that team. It sucks because it's the Bills, but I mean, Ramondre was clearly the better back. I don't think there was any way he was coming back to New England. It just sucks that he's on the Buffalo Bills. So we have to see him twice a year.
Yeah, and that's the worst. Player who you root for and like a lot going to a team that you hate is just brutal. Did you see the Hawks double booked their stadium? Game
didn't.
6 and a Janet Jackson concert, so her concert got delayed because the game. I thought D-Hop would get traded by now.
Yeah.
I think the last chance for it would be KC here at 31, you think? Or tomorrow?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that makes sense for them to do it. I just don't know if it's going to happen.
First round pick is still quite a bit for D-Hop, too. I am surprised no Jerry Jeudy or D-Hop, though. I thought one of them would get
one of them, like an A.J. Brown. Nolan Smith wow. They just stacked up. Last year, they got Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean, and this year they get Jalen Carter and then Nolan Smith. Wow.
They're just recreating the Georgia defense.
Wow.
Their defense is going to be disgusting. They are going to be so
And
good next
Hassan, they still have Hassan Reddick.
Mhm.
Woo!
Yep.
Wow. That front seven, Hassan Reddick, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. Wow. And Fletcher Cox. Is Fletcher Cox retired?
I don't think so. Any positions you guys think would be a real weakness for us this year? I'm worried about tackle still.
As of right now, tackle, yes.
I don't think they've done enough to address the position, and unless, like I said, unless they drop DeJuan Jones, I'm not super excited about it. They grabbed a lot of average old players who haven't been true good starters.
Well, and the problem with them too is like most of them are done after this year. Trent Brown, Riley Reef was a 1 year,
Exactly.
wasn't it?
We have nothing long term at tackle
Yeah.
unless you're going to draft a guard somewhere that you're confident in and move Onwenu back out to right tackle.
Yeah.
I just don't love that. He's been elite as a guard. I know he was great as a tackle, but I don't know. We need a franchise tackle and we don't have one yet. So that's my one concern.
Yeah. Do we have enough wide receivers? No, we don't have.
No.
We have enough wide receivers, in my opinion, but not good enough elite wide receivers. We
have enough wide receiver depth, but we don't have the star talent.
Yeah, for sure. So that would be a concern. At this point, you're not going to add that elite receiver. You're not getting Zay Flowers and then Jigba, one of those guys. You're going to add like a Jonathan Mingo, Tank Dell, one of those guys, and it's just going to be more depth, which I don't know how they view that. So,
yeah, Eagles are insane. The Georgia Eagles, yeah, that's they look good. They look really good. That's just, I mean, you look at the two rosters between us and them, it's just, we're not even the same league as them.
Yeah.
Offensively, they're better at wide receiver. You could argue they're similar at tight end. Dallas Goedert, Hunter Henry, like Mike Gesicki, I guess, whatever. Better O-line, better quarterback, better defense, better secondary, better front seven. Like, is there any position that the Patriots are better than the Eagles at?
No.
Last pick here for the Chiefs. $24 would be sick for Gonzalez too, though.
Revis, Gilmore, just take over the number.
That'd be sick. Josh Bledsoe has it right now, but that would be sick. You think we're in a better position today than same time last year? Yes, because Matt Patricia is gone.
That alone, yes. Bill O'Brien's in, Patricia gone.
I definitely think we'll make some trades as far as trading up in the draft, but I don't know about Buda Baker. Imagine Buda in this defense. I mean, I know him and Kyle Duggar are kind of similar players, but yikes, I love watching Buda play.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
I'm just waiting to see a freaking trade up from New England. It's probably not going to happen, but I'm just checking Twitter.
Yeah.
As of right now, yes, we're better at corner. I think we slightly upgraded with Juju, and Taekwon's just going to get better. Tackles worse.
Tackles tough. I don't know, but one thing I do think that's people aren't looking at a ton is I think KB being re-implemented into this offense will be useful if they do that, because I think he's a good player. He never got utilized last year for whatever reason.
It's funny how last year at this point we were the laughing stock, and now we are we look like the heroes.
I would be surprised if anybody is down on this pick as far as like people who really study the game and
why is
experts.
Dude Perfect making the Eagles pick?
What? For real?
Yeah, they're out there making the Eagles pick with Travis and Jason Kelsey's mom.
That's odd.
That is so random.
Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith of Philly. Yikes. What a draft. Eagles have been hitting some home runs.
Yeah, Howie Roseman's killing it, bro.
Yeah, he is.
This is so corny. They just flipped a coin to say that. I don't even know what they just did.
Thank you, Light Shadows. I'm gonna say Chiefs would have traded by now, right?
What was that?
I said Chiefs probably would have traded by now, right?
I still have 6 minutes on the clock on my screen.
Okay. Downs or Mims day 2?
I don't hate either of them. Like I said, I'd rather have Mingo, Cedric Tillman, one of those guys, but I like Josh Downs. Marvin Mims is, yeah.
I mean, obviously Will Levis not in the first round unless somebody trades right here, but
Yeah, no Levis, no Hooker, and you heard a lot that they were those guys would possibly be dudes that were going to be taken top 20, but
Patriots have better safeties than the Eagles.
I mean, is Jalen Mills better than Devin McCourty? Or
Well,
is he?
I mean,
He's talking about the Eagles.
Safety, yeah.
Yeah. Well, now that what's his name's gone for the Eagles, the one that was super good for him.
Yeah. CJ?
CJ
Oh,
Gardner
yeah.
Johnson, yeah. Like I don't know if probably all around. Yeah. That might be the one spot. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'd almost rather have Ramondre and Damian Harris from last year than just Miles. Nah, Miles Sanders was pretty good last year. He was a 1,000-yard rusher. I take that back. But the running back room was pretty close. Our running back room was pretty dang good with the two-headed monster.
Yeah. I'd rather have Ramondre than Miles Sanders, I think. Their O-line was better and their offense was better.
For sure.
So I think
Most
that
teams'
helped them.
O-line was better. Yeah, at this point, Kansas City's probably staying. Yeah, Light Shadows. I had him mocked continuously to Detroit at 6 or Vegas at 7 a ton of times. I had him to Chicago,
Yeah, Duggar, Peppers, Phillips. Yeah, our safety room is good. Strong safety. Free safety is still a question mark. We'll see how Mills does, but still nothing.
they just brought the Lombardis out on the stage for the Chiefs, so I would assume they're making the pick.
Matt Groh is going to be speaking at 11:50. So about as soon as this pick wraps up, Matt Groh will be on. Thank you. Thank you.
Better than last year, that's for sure.
Yes, it was definitely better vibes this year. Definitely a lot more exciting about just getting somebody who we were all excited about. Lions, why?
There is still like as good as the first round as we had. There's still a lot of ways this team needs to improve. I mean, we still need an offensive tackle. You can always bolster up. I mean, you can add another receiver. I don't know if that helps you because unless you hit on like a guy like AJ Brown or one of those guys late in the draft, which could happen, that would make you better. I don't know. I don't know. So, what's for dinner tomorrow, Jace? Clam chowder, maybe? I don't know.
I can't wait to see the clip that gets posted of that.
It was cold pizza. It was cold pizza tonight, just because that was the quickest thing.
I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to make that a yearly tradition here. Yeah,
Or
we're gonna have me try to find the best moments to pop up Jace mid bite for pizza. Yeah, Michael or Boston Headline. I don't understand anybody who doesn't like the Christian Gonzalez pick. I can understand being like, oh, I want a wide receiver or whatever like that, but it's hard to be upset about getting a guy that's talented.
Oh, they took the edge rusher out of Kansas State. Gosh. I mean, I don't hate him, but
okay. So I mean, as far as guys early in round 2 to trade up for, DeJuan Jones, Darnell Washington.
Yeah, light shadows right here. Next, if I'm building my roster, trade up for DeJuan Jones. That's my pick. Trade up for him. If we don't trade up for him, Darnell Washington's a guy that you could take. Edge.
I feel like as far as if you're trying to compete as soon as possible, if you want to fill the biggest hole immediately, you draft DeJuan Jones. And I think instantly he makes you a better team. I think instantly he slides some of these tackles that we signed into better spots for who they actually are as players. And I think that really rounds out the offense. Obviously, we want a number 1 receiver. Bill just refuses to do that. So if you could protect Mac Jones, Ramondre, see what some of the younger guys we drafted last year can grow and develop. Pierre Strong, Kevin Harris, those guys. Let's see what the wide receiver room does, see what Gesicki does, and see what Bill O'Brien cooks up with this offense. Because I really do think adding DeJuan Jones, and I think we're going to get a better year out of Trent Brown, I think that would make a big difference in our offense. And then having a guy like Christian Gonzalez, he's going to take some time to develop. He's not going to be a lockdown corner probably day 1, but I think he definitely has the potential to be really, really solid really early, and definitely makes you excited about the next couple of years, seeing him develop and turning into hopefully an all-pro type guy.
Yeah. Ravis, I'm glad you can go,
sorry.
Ravis, I'm glad. Oh, sorry. You can go to bed alive tonight. I think we all are glad that that turned out. Yeah, Darnell Washington is the best pass blocking tight end. I think he has some freakishly good. He has a high ceiling to be like a great pass catcher with his size, athleticism. Yeah, DeJuan Jones, Christian Gonzalez that'd almost be a dream.
That was something where the only thing we thought we'd be able to do getting a guy like DeJuan Jones is if we traded back in the first and got like a Zay Flowers or something like that. But we traded back and got Christian Gonzalez. Like, if you would have told me that, I would have said you're smoking crack ahead of the draft. Like, there is no way. So I'm super excited.
I'm still just waiting to wake up tomorrow and have this be a bad dream and we didn't
that's
actually
like
get Gonzalez.
Cole Strange. What?
I'm gonna be sleeping. I'm just gonna have nightmares. I'm gonna be like rolling. No, it did. It happened. Don't trick me. So yeah.
No, but I mean, just a perfect first round in my eyes. Great, A+. But yeah, we appreciate you guys all hanging out and tuning in. We'll be back on tomorrow. Like Jay said, he's gonna be on earlier than I am, but I will. I'll hop on when I can, and we will smoking crack. We'll all smoke crack together. So
we will.
But that's all I got. You got anything else, Jace? You want to touch on anything?
I appreciate you guys hanging out. We're coming up on 4 hours, 3 hours and 53 minutes and 21 seconds we just hit. So appreciate you guys that were in here for just a little bit, but I mean, for the whole time, even the ones that are in here for just a little bit. It was fun hanging out with you guys. Glad it was a way better turnout this year, and I'm excited for tomorrow too. It gives us a little bit of hope for the rest of the draft.
Exactly. Yeah. No, for sure. I'm excited. So, yeah, thank you guys all. Thank you, Light Shadows, Carlos, Bravis, Boston Headline, all you guys, William, Pat Scout, everybody for tuning in, hanging around for this long. We really appreciate it. If you guys want to see, Matt Groh is live right now, going over the Patriots first round pick, getting asked some questions. So you can go tune into that, and we will be back live. Jace will be back live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific.
5 p.m. What am I, Mountain Time?
Mountain Time. Mountain Time. There you go. Love the show. Thank you guys. All right, that's it for tonight. We're all going to bed. Everybody can sleep well tonight, and know we had a tremendous day one. So until tomorrow, we will talk to you guys later.
Thanks for listening to this edition of the Patriots Drive podcast. Follow us on social media to stay up to date with all things New England Patriots. Make sure you tune in to the next episode and check out patriotsdrive.com for more great content.
We're on to Cincinnati.